Yo. Check 1 2. Live from the SIBA Network Studios. It's a special space today. I need a speaker with me to make sure I can hear this shit. Somebody step up to the mic and help me out real quick. Got to make sure I can hear you in the stream from the space. Who can help me out real quick? Slim Jordan.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, I can hear you. I also need. Oh, cool. My wife is in the Twitch stream. Hon, if you can, just tell me if you can hear Slim Jordy talking. Because I gotta make sure that.
Hi, Mrs. Feech.
I gotta make sure that we can all be heard. When there's more people in this stream, I will let them know. We're live on Twitch. All right, cool. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're also live on YouTube. The reason why I'm on all three of those platforms is because I want to be able to get comments from people in real time. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the easy. That's the best way to do it. Is to read. I'll be reading the Twitch. I'll be reading the Twitch stream and stuff like that, and I'll have Twitter up on my phone. Twitter up on my computer. Let me just pull up the space on my computer so I can see who's in here and whatnot. It looks like I can't view it from my computer. That's strange. It just says set reminder as share. Now, if I went here to my thing, I can actually view it and see, but I can't see who's requesting to speak. Shout out to my boo for promoting. There we go. Listen live. I wonder if that's going to end up in my... Shout out to my boo for promoting. There we go. Listen live. Yeah, it's not a good idea. All right, whatever. Whatever the case may be, I can only watch one thing at a time. So I can flip between my space and the Twitch stream. In the meantime, welcome. There should be more people joining, hopefully from overseas. If not, then I'll just go over it with you guys and what we plan on doing. And then we'll talk about what happened yesterday in the league. There was a lot of great games that went on. We'll review some of the action. 4 overtimes, bro. That shit was fun. That shit was fun to watch. 4 overtimes. Lazy, your team was in action last night. How do you feel about the start of the season?
We like it. We tried to get more games in today, but a couple of the players have some real life stuff they got to do today. So tomorrow I'm trying to do like 2, maybe 3 series.
You're coming in real low, by the way. Am I the only one who hears him coming in real low?
It kind of sounds like you're coming in low.
He sounds fine to me. You
it might
low to me.
You might have to go to your, because you're on the space on your computer, right?
No, I'm not. I'm on the space for my phone.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe you have your headphones on or something. I don't know. My volume's all the way up.
Other people saying you're very low.
I'm low? I don't know.
I can hear him just fine, honestly speaking.
Yeah, I don't know. So wait, why don't you do the space on your computer though?
I'm doing it from my phone because on my computer I'm on Streamlabs because I'm broadcasting on Twitch and Twitter.
If you you do the space on your computer, you could still share the audio from the browser.
Yeah, I fucking it's too late for that because then I got to shut it all down. So, I mean, just a second ago, Slim Jordy was coming in loud.
No, I heard him fine. I don't know. Maybe after this, I'll help you to set it up. So if you do the spaces from Twitter, you can still stream it and have it on your computer. You'll have better mic quality, and then everybody that is watching the stream can hear as well. You can do that.
I mean,
too.
I can hear you now, so I can definitely hear you now.
But yeah, nonetheless, we played one game yesterday just to see how it felt. I wanted to get some games in today, but my team isn't available. Most of my team, actually, because I even tried to get the bench players. But tomorrow, I'm going to try and get 2, maybe 3 series in, end it on like a 6-0, 7-0 night, because I'm trying to stay undefeated.
Hey, listen, before we get into the whole big plans that Seba's got, I just wanted to ask you real quick. How satisfying was it to smack me to dunk around?
I wouldn't say it was satisfying. I kind of wanted to get that game out the way for sure because Devo and me had talked, and I definitely wouldn't have minded trading for Meter, but I felt like first round pick, I can get something similar to Meter or possibly better based on like what I want to do. And I got my Fitz trash. And
Whoa, speaking of Meter, we just raped that kid's asshole last night, Feach. God damn.
Wait. On GTA. That's what he meant.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you're fucking.
Okay, bro, God did.
We are streaming on all platforms.
Yeah.
Right now.
He was talking about GTA.
Oh, I didn't know. My fault.
Yeah, we're streaming on all platforms right now, man. So basically the whole thing about streaming on all platforms, I'm killing my per viewer average right now on fucking. Oh, that's probably why, because that's probably why you're coming in low, because I'm watching this stream. All right, now I just turn it. Try to talk now.
Is this on friggin' YouTube, Twitch?
YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
And Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
All right, cool. So I found out the reason why you guys were kind of coming in low, because I was actually I have my phone audio going through the mixer on the Bluetooth, and I was also watching the stream from my phone, but I can follow the stream chat through Streamlabs, so that's what I'm doing, because I was just one of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and even if you use OBS, which I think is better for streaming purposes, you could still attach chat. But yeah, as long as you can see chat, I would suggest getting a second monitor, though. I don't know how many monitors you have, but a second monitor would definitely.
I have one monitor for my computer, one for my surveillance cameras. I have another laptop. I do need another monitor, though. You're 100% right. I do need 2 monitors. I just know I don't know where I'm going to put it on this desk. I'm going to have to move this Echo back on the main desk. Slide this over.
I definitely wanted to play Old Dirty Bastards, and like I said, I wanted Meter, but I felt like there was so much available at the second pick that I would be fine with it without Meter. I watched the game. Meter was definitely hooping, but I also feel like a lot of people say now that the 2K pros are gone, a lot of people are gonna show out. There's a lot of people that were drafted second who's first round talent, which is what I explained to a bunch of people, because a bunch of people were trying to trade Comp for a second round pick and all that, and I was telling them, like, Comp's definitely a first round talent. It's just there was a lot of 2K League players, so he kind of fell down. Same way how, for example, Trippy, my boy, he went second, third round. He's definitely a talent. There's a lot of talent that's going to show now that the 2K League players are gone. A lot of people who are going to be in the draft pool. As much as I've been arguing with Hooters definitely a top 5-point guard in the league.
And there wasn't a lot of like blowouts opening night. Bro, we had 2 teams go quadruple overtime. It doesn't get and the final score was 95-94. You can't get any more even than that. Like, I feel like the talent level in SEBA and the pro level, at least from what we see, is fucking even across the board.
I did see a game that was 103, or they got 113 points, so I don't know.
I mean, listen, there are going to be some bad. We don't know who the bad teams are yet. Maybe we got a glimpse of who they're going to be opening night. But you remember how bad Old Dirty Bastards were opening night, right? They were like 1-2, and they started the season 1-3. And then you remember how bad Rushing Elephants were. They started like 0-3, and both of those teams end up meeting in the conference finals. So I don't know if we're gonna know who's bad yet or not. Like after opening night, we're definitely finding out who came in prepared for the regular season, right? Like it's kind of like baseball. I don't know if you guys follow Major League Baseball, but when the season starts in April, some teams are still in spring training mode. They really didn't get a good spring training. Other teams are like they're already prepared for the season. They're ready to go, and it just reflects on how they start the season. And some of those teams end up getting better in May, June, and July, and August. It starts to like balance out. But I think what we saw yesterday there was a shit ton of games. I think what we saw yesterday, we didn't see who's bad and who's good. We saw who was prepared and who wasn't. Now those teams that got smacked around. They came into opening night a little unprepared, right? They're still in preseason mode. They'll get it. Some of those teams will get it together if they're talented enough. Other teams just will never figure it out. You know how it is. You know how it is in a video game community, man. In this 2K community, people are real finicky. They're not mature, right? So a couple of losses and early failures, right? People are ready to mail it in and all that stuff. And that's what really kills teams. And that's why I don't approve trades within the first week of the season. So if you guys think you're trading anybody anytime soon, you're not. Because I already know, like a lot of you guys are going to be dying to make moves prematurely. And what I'm trying to tell you is, stick it out with the team and try to figure it out on your own before you start making moves and start tearing your whole team apart, because that's not going to happen,
Bro, can we congratulate Outlet on his first head coaching win?
Yes, Outlet and Bestford got head coaching win also. Shout out to those guys, those guys didn't go through the whole high school thing. I mean, it's tough because I was in a tough spot. I did a little cleaning house with the coaches. I want coaches that are just focused here in SEBA. If you're a coach, we already know this already, bro. You guys know the deal with me, man. So I really started putting guys together. Outlet, I think he's dedicated. Bestford, 100%. And so shout out to those guys and many more wins. Antoine Eichmann is now following. I appreciate you. Thank you for following and reminding me what we got on the agenda. So, Antoine, if anybody from the international community wants to come up and speak, you can. You can type in the. If you're following on Twitch, you can type in Twitch. Ado wants me to message him on Twitter. Why don't you just fucking say it in the Twitch stream or come speak in the.
Yo, Feet, quick question. Was 5 overtime game the best SEBA game ever?
That was a 4 overtime game, and I've never seen a better game. Honestly, that was the best game. Now, at least in the regular season, that was the best game we've ever had in SEBA. 4 overtimes. It wasn't like it was 4 overtimes, and in the 4th overtime, one team didn't show up, and it was a blowout after. We've seen those games. Like, this was like anybody's game down to the last second in the 4th overtime. That shit was fun to watch. That shit was amazing. It was, and it sucks that somebody had to lose, but that's what it is. That's what happens. But listen. I got some stuff on the agenda, right? Only a handful of people know about this. We spoke about it yesterday a little bit. I've had this idea for a while now, for months. And I think it's like the right time to start implementing that. I want SEBA to start going international. I want an international league. And I'll play it on international servers, not on New York servers or California, whatever. I want it on their servers. We have a lot of we actually have quite a few players from Germany, Croatia, the UK. We have a lot of representation from overseas, and they're coming to SEBA because there's nothing like this out there in the UK. Or in the EU or Europe or Asia, wherever, Africa. There's only one SEBA, and it happens to be based out in New York, where I live, right? So. We've had international players here before, but whenever like players from we've had German players here, we've had a ton of UK players here, right? One of our all-time leading scorers, Mango Man, is from the UK. We've had players from France, Puerto Rico. La Cabra is still in the league technically, but I mean he said something to me on Facebook which kind of annoyed me. He didn't annoy me. It's the fact that he said that he doesn't get a fair shot. People making fun of him because his English is poor. I'm Puerto Rican myself. If you're making fun of somebody because they can't speak English well, especially if it's because it's Spanish and they're fucking.
Oh, he wrote that on your Facebook, right? I saw that.
Yeah, you gonna, bro. That's an easy ban, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care what language you speak. If you're making fun of somebody because their English is poor, you're out of here. But you doing it to a fellow fucking Boricua, bro? Like you're not, bro. That's I'm sorry, bro. Like don't even think about it, bro. So I tried to get him back in. He was a good player, former defensive player of the year in this league and stuff. I want him back here. You know, he's friends with me on Facebook and all that stuff. He's one of the coolest dudes I ever met in this game, and he's from the island. So, but listen. We got a bunch of players here from different countries.
Yo, it's funny you said that, Feach, because that kid, this kid reached out to me. I don't know. I wonder if you remember him. His name was Wildasso. Remember him?
I think so.
He wants to be part of that international shit too.
But we got Larry Ayuso here. Like we got a bunch of players like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Like we got players from here. And Canada also. Like Goon is in the pros, but if you're from Canada, bro, and you want to play in the international league, you absolutely can. So how it's going to work is this, right? We're going to have an international league in the Discord. Same thing as high school and college, whatever. It's just going to be a separate part of the Discord. It's going to be for international players, but it's not going to be only for international players. I'm going to tell you how, if you're an American player, you could still play in this international league. It's going to be very awesome, right? So how it's going to work is if you're an international player, right? You know how when you register in SIBA, you type in your gamer tag and your builds and your console. International players will also type their country of origin, and we'll give them their flag. You know, I've given out a bunch of flags as troll. I'm going to take those down, right? Some of you guys got the China tag, whatever. We're going to take those down. Not anybody's going to get those flags. They're actually going to be representing of the people where they're actually from now, all right? So, like, Eichmann, who's listening in, and he follows the Twitter and stuff, and he just joined yesterday. I spoke to him for like 20 minutes. He's from Croatia. He's already got the Croatian flag. I'm going to make a separate tag for international. They're not going to be raw prospects. They'll have the raw prospect tag, but if they're in the international league, they're not going to be eligible for high school or college. There's no high school or college for them. The international league is their pathway to the pros. So if you come in as an international player, everybody knows how you got to go from like the playground to high school to college and to pro. International players don't have to do that. What they have to do is they have to join, and they play in the international league, and they have to play a minimum of 45 games total. It doesn't matter how many seasons it takes, right? We keep track of all their stats and their records. As soon as a player hits 45, it doesn't matter if it takes them 10 seasons. It doesn't matter if it takes them 10 full seasons in the International League. Once they hit their 45th game, they are eligible for the next pro draft, right? So they can get it. If a team plays 45 games and they started them all, they can potentially go to the pros in one international season. It's going to be hard to do. I'm not going to make it easy for these guys to get here. Because remember, if you're an American player, you got to go from, raw prospect to high school to college, right? These guys don't have to do that whole thing. They just got to play in the international. So we're going to make it just as difficult for them to get to the pros as it is for everybody else. No handouts, nothing easy, right? Nothing, no loopholes around it all, right? So 45 games total, no matter how long it takes you. Let's say you played 2 seasons in the International League and you got 41 games played. Looks like you're playing a third season. And as soon as you hit the 45 game mark, once that season ends and we start the new SIBA season, you'll be able to go right onto the draft board as a rookie. Now, what happens to it? Now, the International League is going to be played on international servers. All right? The EU servers are all the same, whether you're from France, Spain, Bulgaria, UK, Italy, Luxembourg, wherever you're from in Greece, wherever you're from in Europe, the Euro servers are all the same. I can't imagine Middle Eastern servers and Southeast Asian servers and Australian servers are the same, but we're going to treat it like they are. So if you got a team with someone from Australia, they're playing, and they end up on a Middle Eastern server, bro, you're going to have to figure it out. I don't have really like the resources to like break it down in specific servers. If there's American servers and then there's international, all lumped together, and you're going to have to fight your way through it, right? So those guys, right, that are playing in the International League, doesn't matter where you're from. I got a message from somebody from Pro-Am Germany asking if I could separate it by country and region. I can't. I don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's just international players are just going to be lumped. You're going to have Chinese players playing with Ethiopian players who are playing with Mexican players who are playing with UK players all on the same team. It's going to be a fucking buffet and smorgasbord. It's going to be like the United Nations in that bitch, right? That's how it's going to be in the International League, right? Once you hit your 45 games and you qualify for the pro draft, when you play in the SEBA Pros, it is on our servers. That's just the way it's going to have to be. I mean, we've had UK and German players playing here before with the delay. That's just an obstacle you're going to have to overcome. SEBA is based in the United States. It's based in Staten Island, New York, East Coast. We even have players from California, from the West Coast of the United States, that complain about the servers being on East Coast. It is what it is. Once you get to the pros, that's it. Kind of like, Nikola Jokic can't stand coming to the U.S. to play. He can't wait to go home as soon as the season over. He got pissed that he had to go to the fucking parade for the championship. He just wanted to go back home to Serbia and chill with his goats, right? So you're saying one league for all EU is the best choice, but I can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't have a whole SEBA for EU because I'm not going to run two different pro leagues. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And the goal is we want to get you guys in with these pros here. So at the end of the day, the goal is to, and listen, if you don't want to ever come to SEBA Pros and you want to stay in SEBA International, you can absolutely do that. But the bread and butter, like the best part of Pro-Am is SEBA Pros. You want to get here, man. This is where you want to be, right? You could do it from the comfort of your own home. You just got to deal with a delay. Will there be an additional playground for international SEBA? You guys will have your own. Listen, you guys will have your own separate spot in the Discord, right? You guys will have. There's playground, right, for the raw prospects. There's high school, then there's college, then there's pro. I'll make a whole separate section for you guys in the Discord, right? I don't know if I'm going to call it the playground, but I'll call it like, pick up tens or whatever, or, FIBA or some shit like. We'll figure some creative name to give it where players can go try out. And then you'll have all the same structure as high school. It's going to be structured the same way as high school. We're not going to make a set schedule and all that stuff. It's going to be open schedule for this league. Make it easy on my admins. Make it easy on me. Make it easy on you guys. Make it easier for you guys to get to the pros. Because if I write a set schedule, then we're enforcing teams to get in the gym. Some teams may not be active. You may be active, but you can't get enough games in because other teams aren't active. And if I make a set schedule, it's only going to be like 12, 15, 18 games. And if we make the threshold 45, it's going to take you forever. So we'll just make it an open schedule like high school. And then we'll have the international tournament where like the top ranked teams will make it. We'll use the same ranking system as our high school. There'll be 3 criteria with how you're ranked. Your win-loss record, your strength of your schedule, and the amount of games you played. So this is how it is in high school for you guys from other countries that are listening in and wondering how we're going to structure the International League. High school is structured like this. There's no set schedule. There's no set teams. Every season we'll have new coaches come in and coach high school teams and stuff like that, right? Once we have all these teams registered, right now we have about 55. Bestford would know. As a matter of fact, I can go check on the Discord and see real quick exactly how many teams we got registered. Let me take a look and see. Well, I'll go to high school rankings and see how many is on it. 57. We have 57 high school teams? Guys, we have 57 high school teams. 57 is nuts. 40 plus 57 is 97 plus another 16 college. 107. We have 113 teams in SEBA. This is the largest Pro-Am league that exists anywhere in the world. Larger than any other league, period. 113 teams. So into the International League is going to be structured the same way. One season you'll have 12 teams. The next season you'll have 20. Then you'll have 26. Then you have 22. Like, as it grows, we'll add more teams, more coaches. Whoever wants to coach an international team can do that. You can have American coaches that are trying to work their way up. from the coaching ranks and stuff like that. We'll give them an opportunity. We'll give international players an opportunity to coach a team. If you're a German player and you want to just have a team full of German players on the same server, whatever, you could do that. We'll totally allow that, bro. The only thing that we ask about for our coaches, everything's going to be the same. If you're an international player and you're coaching in SEBA, you're not coaching or playing in any other draft leagues. This is your main focus is here, and we only want coaches that are serious about coaching. We don't want you to coach a team in the International League just to have your own team. We want you interested in coaching, period. Like one day I may call you up. Let's say Anton Eichmann says, yo, I want to coach a team, right? I don't want to play anymore. I want to be a coach. He's doing well. I might say, yo, I need you to coach a pro team. You've been doing great. That's the opportunity that I want you to strive for. I want you to strive to become a pro coach. So if you don't have any ambitions on taking coaching seriously and you just want to coach the fuck around, then just don't coach here. Because you'll be removed. You know what I'm saying? We want players to play, we want coaches to coach. We want people to take the coaching spot very seriously. All of our coaches take the coaching spot seriously here. That's really what makes this league great, is these coaches that take it seriously here. We don't got to worry about babysitting nobody, right? So that's what we'll have. We'll have the same structure, the same rules, the same expectations as everybody else. But just know that when you qualify for the pro draft, you're coming on American service. It's going to be East Coast. Just understand that. American players, where do you fit into all this? Well, I can't imagine that we're going to have a shit ton of European players and African players and South and Central American players and Southeast Asians and, Australia, New Zealand, Oceania players, like wherever you're from, Antarctica, wherever the fuck you're from. I can't imagine we're going to have so many international players here to make a whole league. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for guys like Zeke, who's been messaging me crying, saying just retire me. Nobody wants to give me a shot. American players who are free agents and pro eligible can go to the International League and play. Like Zeke can go and play on a team if a team needs a player, if he can make a team. American players, you are not barred from playing in the International League. But I will say this. Here's the rules. Number one, you have to be pro eligible. It's not for a raw prospect to come in and skip the line. You have to be pro eligible in order to play in the International League. Number two, at any time, if you want, you can leave the International League and sign with the team during the season. You're still a free agent. So if Zeke or anybody that's pro eligible, that's a free agent, wants to go and play for the international team, and someone hits up the free agent chat and they say, yo, Zeke, I need a center. If he wants to leave his international team, he can do that and just go to the pros. It's gonna double up as a G League for American players that just couldn't catch on to a pro team. And the third rule, and I'm going to tell you this is very important, although you're an American in SEBA, when you're playing in the International League, you are playing on international servers. You're going to be in their backyard. They're not going to be in yours. They're going to be in your backyard when they get to the pros, but in the International League, it's international servers, which means if you're playing from Kansas, Kentucky, California, Minnesota, New York, wherever the fuck you're playing from, Florida, you're going to be dealing with a delay. You're going to know what it feels like to play in an international server with a delay, just like these guys are. And I'm going to tell you right now, when these international, and I'm telling you, yo, some of these international players are fucking good. When these guys get here, right, you better fucking, bro, you better put respect on their name. Because I'm going to tell you right now, bro, these dudes are going to be dealing with a delay. And they're going to adapt. Improvise, overcome, adapt. That's going to be the name of the game for all these international players that are going to be coming here that want to play in SEBA Pro. Improvise, overcome, adapt. They're going to be built. They're going to be fucking hungry. They don't got anything like this out there. There's no leagues. I know Hoff is there now and the UPAs. Those are just BYOT leagues. Same shit that's been going on in Europe, except for on a more larger scale, more serious scale. But you see how popular SEBA is, bro. Not everybody plays for an esports brand. Not everybody's good enough, right? And you know, with that whole BYOT thing comes all the things that comes along with it. Rosters getting snaked, players dropping off, forfeits, all the things that don't happen here. So we're bringing this structure over to a market that desperately wants it, desperately needs it. So these guys are fucking starving. And I'm telling you right now, these guys want to be in the pros, delay or not. They want to take what's yours. Bottom line. So that's what we got, what I need, right? So here's what we need to get this shit going. I need the players, right? I need a shit ton of players. I need a shit ton of international players. We got to find them wherever we can find them. Twitter, Reddit. I was on Reddit this morning sending messages out on 2K subreddits. Anyone that says, yeah, I'm in the UK, I'm in the EU, on PS5, I message them and I give them the link. I say, hey, come join this Discord. Come check out the Twitter space we're going to do, right? We're talking about, I don't know anybody who joined. I know a few people followed. I don't know if they were, I know a few people followed the Twitter. I don't know if it was from Reddit or they were just wandering around. But I did hit Reddit up this morning. I'm going to go as far as to change the time zone on my Xbox. So when I go looking for group, it's going to be international players. I just hope that there's no language barrier. I always got Google Translate, so I know you need SIBA in Europe, bro, 100%. And trust me when I tell you, it's coming, bro. It's coming. But this is what I need. I need the players. I need without the player base, there is no league, right? Without the player base, none of this exists. So we need the player base. I need admins, right, to do the stats and to maintain the structure. So I'm going to need some admins. I would love some European admins. I would love some African admins. I would love some Asian admins that are going to be up during these time zones when we're asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be asleep. Like, Anton was in the chat yesterday, and it was like, what time is it, bro? It was like fucking like what? Like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock or some shit like that. And it's like, yo, it's 1 a.m. I got to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, his 1 a.m. is my 5 p.m. So we're going to need some admins on those time zones. And we do have admins in this league that are from America that are just up all night long. So, I mean, it'll still work, but we need some admins. Listen, SIBA's not popular in Europe because why would we be? You know, we're not going to be popular in Europe. We're not known. You know, Meekster, appreciate the subscription. Thank you, Meekster, for the subscription. That's awesome. I don't know why we'd be popular in Europe. We haven't really advertised there, but I'm telling you right now, nobody knows how to build a league better than I do. Nobody knows how to advertise it and fucking hustle more than I do. You guys are going to notice that. That's one fucking thing you guys are going to notice. There's been people from the 2K league that have been fucking like blackballing this league, and we still blew up. So trust me when I tell you, there's nobody better out there that's going to build a league for you guys in the EU. But the SIBA International is not going to have the same structure as SIBA Pro. And I don't want it to, because I really want you guys to come to the pros. That's where the action is, right? That's where the best players are. I feel like because we've had players from the UK here, we had Niall, V. Kawhi, who just was here before coaching in high school again. We've had Mango. We've had a bunch of players from overseas play here before, and they played with the delay, and they were greening everything. You know what I'm saying? See, these guys, Breaker the Best and Canboy, I don't know who they are, but I want to know who they are. Like, I want these guys to come here and ball out. There is not something like this in EU, so for players it will be super interesting, especially when everything is already sorted out and you just have to play. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the league. This is SIBA, right? SIBA, I'm going to give you a little bit of history about SIBA so you guys know. Everybody else in this chat knows the story, but you guys don't. Even somebody in the chat just on Twitch just said nobody really knows about SIBA. I created SIBA back in 2K20 during the COVID pandemic. When living in New York, you were like in a fucking open air prison where you couldn't leave the house. I mean, you could leave the house, but everything was closed. There was nothing to do. It was winter. It was February 2020, and I had nothing to do. All I did was spend all my time at work, and I come home from work, and I play 2K. And I play in the rec and rank Pro-Am, and then we do some pickup 10s lobbies with my friends until our 10s lobbies were, like, starting to get so crowded. Like, you can only fit 16 people in a party, right? Guys just asked me, yo, just make a league. So I did. I made a league, and the first couple of leagues I made were absolute garbage. RB Dabs for the subscription, baby. Let's go. Another fucking subscription. Love it. Love to see it. The leagues that I made first were terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were awful. It took me some time to fucking, get my league where it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It took me some time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the screen capture, and I'm gonna put it on Discord, so you guys can see inside the Discord what it looks like. So you take a look at here. You got all the archives. This is SIBA right here, guys. When I made this league, Season 1, take a look at the date when I started archiving everything. That says June 10th, 2020. This is the first draft we ever had. Take a look at this name. You guys in the chat, let me know if you guys recognize that name. That says DJ Too Cold. This was the first Pro-Am league he ever played in. I know you recognize that name because he's in the pros right now for the Cavs. He just played here last season. He lost in the finals, right? The first draft we ever had. This is the All-Star Game voting. Everything, every roster that we've ever had. The games that we played. This league has never had a forfeit. Let me ask you guys a question. For those guys over there in the chat that are from other countries. The leagues that you play in, have you ever played in a league where you played in a league and there was forfeits, right? There's no forfeit ever in this league. Never. Every single game that was ever played is archived. Every single final score of every game from Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, 4, 5, all the way down to Season 22. We're in Season 23 right now. Then we got college, the same shit. College 1, College 2, College 3, College 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're in College 10. I got to make the chat. I got to make the thing. Matter of fact, I got to archive all of college. We didn't do that. Where the fuck is Mad Voltage? He didn't do that shit, bro. I got to go and make the schedule. I can't write the schedule for college until it's archived. Fuck is wrong with this kid? I'll tell you, man, these admins, bro. Then high school, Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in high school Season 6 now. And then we got the record books, guys, teams, the records, every champion that ever had, all the division titles, conference championships, right? Championships, everything. Most turnovers in a game by a team. Most playoff wins. Who just subbed? My man Kobe Him just subscribed. Fucking dope. Highest points per game. Least points in a single game. Most points in a single game. Biggest blowout. Comp Prem just subscribed. No, we're getting subscriptions off this shit. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. And the all-time win-loss record for every team in the history of this league. We just fixed that little typo right there for Bring the Ruckus. Players. All-time records for the players. All-time records for college team, college players, high school teams, high school players. Everything is recorded from day fucking one. From day one. You will not find a league like this anywhere else. That's it. Nobody can fucking bring this. This is what SIBA is, bro. So this is why I want you guys that are going to be here for that are international. I want you guys to aspire to be in the pros and not just stay in an international league. right? I want you guys to come up. But when you come up, though, it's got to be in our servers. That's it. That's all. With that said, American players, you're going to be at a disadvantage. You're going to be on their turf. And my hope is like, honestly, my hope is that these American players, right, these American free agents that go down to the International League and bowl in the international service, you guys will get an appreciation and a respect for what these guys go to. Can you always stay international, never go pro? You can if you want, but I'm telling you right now, you're not going to find any international player that's going to want to do that. I mean, the big ticket is SIBA Pro. I just showed you guys at all the archives and stuff. Like, that is the main thing. That is, listen, you could stay there if you want, but I'm going to tell you, Turi, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to have international players going to say, fuck it, I'm going pro. And those international players are going to be playing on American servers, and they're going to ball out and play well anyway. You're going to see them make an all-star game. You're going to see them in the playoffs. You know what's going to happen? All these other international players that were scared to go on American servers are going to be like, yo, you know what? I can do it. I can adapt. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to change my game a little bit. Maybe I'll get a new build, whatever the case may be. Because I'm telling you right now, we've had international players here that have succeeded. We have international here. Let me show you something. Turi, look at this real quick. This is the all-time points updated through season 22. The all-time leading scorers in SIBA history. See this kid right here, Mango? He's from the UK. He's up here on this list, and he hasn't played in this league since 2K21. He was one of the best scorers we ever had. Greening fades, everything, right? And he's from the UK. Listen, look, I'm going to say, look, if you have, all right, so here's what's it called? Here's what here's my message to the guys in the UK, right? Or the EU, Europe. I'm not going to say EU because I know there's a bunch of you guys from Europe, but you got to remember, man, there's players in China, Philippines, everywhere else. It's going to be a whole, like I said, a whole thing. I know my face cam is blocking the top of the list. There you go. Boom. There's the top of the list. Goon is, as a matter of fact, Goon, guys, Goon is a Canadian player. The all-time leading scorer in SIBA history is actually an international player. He's a Canadian player. He doesn't really deal with server issues because I think he lives in like Winnipeg or some shit. But he is an international player. Now, for those of you guys who play in Europe and are part of like esports orgs and teams, this league is not going to really be for you if you want to rep your brand. That, you can go to Half World. The UPAs are coming. Unknown Ziggy is now following. I appreciate that, bro, 100%. If you have a brand that you want to represent and play with, like if you have a set team that you want to run with, UPA Europe is coming out. That's going to be up your alley. Half World, that's going to be up your alley. This is more along the lines of individual players. Turi, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it, 110%. This is going to be more for the individual players, man. The European players that really got nowhere else to play, or the top players who are like, yo, listen, it's just not working out with our team. I'm just going to go my own way and try to succeed. Or if you play for an esports brand and you want to, challenge yourself, you can play in UPA Europe and Half World with your team, and then when you come to SIBA International, you play on your own. You can squad up in scrimmages, but when you're on a team here, when you're on a team in SIBA, that's your team when the regular season comes. If you're just fucking around, you can play with your boys and stuff. Can you team up with your boys in the regular season? Yes, you can. So how this works is this: how the roster gets built in the International League, it's gonna be same thing as high school. So we also make tournament after internationals join and make it like the Olympics, country versus country. I wish that would be the ultimate goal, but right now, we don't have enough from each country. Like, I'd have to have like fucking 35 people from Italy and fucking 25 from Germany. Right now, I'm just taking as many international players as I can and lumping them all together. Until we get a few more thousand players, I can start sorting them out per country. Are the GMs for the internationals team internationals? Not really sure. They can be, yes. It's going to go based off need. So if you're an American player and you say, yo, can I coach an international team? I will absolutely let you coach an international team. You're going to have to scout out of the international chat. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you're an international player and you come to me and say, can I coach an international team? Yes. I'm giving out coaching spots to those who want them. But you have to be serious about coaching. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to give coaching spots out to just anybody. I will give them out to anybody who wants to coach, but I'm not just going to give them out to anybody, if that makes sense. I know that sounds like a kind of like a contradiction or an oxymoron, but like anybody can coach, but I don't want just anybody coaching, right? I want coaches that are going to be serious about it, you know? So how you play with your friends, like if you're German or you're Croatian or you're Italian, you want to play with your friends from Italy, just join the same international team. Go to the coach that's coaching a team, right? And say, yo, me and my boys, we got a 5, take us on. We're looking for a team. We're playing together. A coach will pick you up. A coach will be like, yo, if you guys are good, they'll take you. If your friends are shit, then like for example, let's say Anton's 5 sucks, but he's good, right? And Anton goes to a coach and says, yo, can we play together on your team? We want to stick together. That coach may say, listen, Anton, you're good, but your rest of your team's terrible. I just want you. You can take it or leave it. You can say, you know what, I'm just going to find a coach that's going to take us all. But if your teammates are fucking terrible and they're not good enough to fucking all start, no coach is going to take your whole team on. That's the biggest difference about SEBA and everywhere else. Like all these other leagues right now, they're entering the international market, and it's fantastic. But these other leagues, that's where you're going to go with your 5, and you're going to sink or swim with them. Like if your 5 is not good enough to be scouted as a whole in SEBA, you can take them and pay and register in UPA Europe or Hofworld. And at that point, it's sink or swim. If you guys are terrible, you're going to get beat up. And you're just going to donate to the championship pot. Here, if you're terrible, you're not going to be allowed to stick together because no coach is going to take you guys on. This will be like, oh, listen, it's either you or I'll find somebody else, but I can't play with that center and lock. They're fucking absolutely miserable. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying SEBA for the international community, same thing as the American community. It may not be for everybody because some of you guys may not want to play with anybody else but your boys, but your people you're comfortable with. And you probably won't it's a 50-50 outcome whether you'll have that opportunity or not here. It's 100% outcome you'll play with your friends if you play in the other leagues that are coming to Europe, right? So here it's 50-50. I can tell you for a fact, if you go SEBA Pro, you will not be playing with your boys. It's going to be very, very difficult and very, very rare that you'll be able to actually play with your boys in SEBA Pro. So if we got any questions, I'll take them. If anybody is still listening in on the Twitter space, you can hop on as a speaker. I'm watching the Twitter space from my phone so I can see who requests. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do, man. So you guys have to have patience. I need the player base, which I'm working on. I need the admins, and I need the coaches. Those are the 3. That is the trifecta. That is the Triforce, like they had in Zelda. Remember the 3 pieces of the Triforce you had to go find in the caves? I'm too old for you guys. Sorry. That's Nintendo. I just want to get on writing. Me and Spicy are going pro to the same team. Hey, if you can, bro, that'd be fucking awesome. That'd be fucking awesome. I want to see the players that play here happy, bro. I want to see you guys on the same team. I want to see you guys ball and have success. I'm just letting you know right now that the coaches and the pros take it very seriously. They actually spend a lot of their own money decorating their courts and jerseys and stuff like that. And they work on getting sponsorships that put money in their pot, like actual, U.S. dollars in their pocket for selling ad space on their courts and jerseys. So they take it very seriously. So if you and your buddy from the International League from overseas end up on the same SEBA team in the pros, it's because you guys were really good. Because there's no way in hell. It's not going to be a Bronny and LeBron James thing where some fucking poor NBA team is going to suck it up and draft his fucking scrub son just to have LeBron on the team for a year or two. Like, it's not going to be like that. Like, you guys are going to earn your spots in the pros if and when you get here. And, bro, I really can't wait. As a matter of fact, I just want to let you guys know, like, this isn't something new for me because I saw Hoff and UPA do it. Like, long before they were doing this and putting it out on Twitter, I'm going to tell you when I messaged eFIBA. I messaged eFIBA so long ago, bro. Where's the eFIBA? I sent a message to eFIBA initially January 18th, 2023. I sent a message to anybody. What can you guys help me out? eFIBA, are they at all like, you know? I mean, I know they're legit and stuff like that. They just had the big tournament, like. But what role do they play in all this? Like, do you think they can help us out? Because I messaged eFIBA January 18, 2023. This is a full year before any UPA Europe or Hoff World, right? I said to them, we're the largest 2K draft league based on the East Coast of the U.S. We used to have a strong international player base and are looking to grow it. Is there any way we could partner up? And then someone said, hi, you should contact the following: M. Ertner at GG, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sonny Singh, eFIBA team. I messaged them. I sent the email, never got a response. Hello, sent the email yesterday, January 20th, 2023. Hello, do you know if anyone responded to my email, January 23rd, 2023? And then I messaged them about La Cabra. Said, hello, I have a Puerto Rican player who's very good. He does not know about eFIBA. How should I show him to you? February 10th, 2023. March 29th, 2023. Hi, do you have another email address? The previous one I sent went unresponded. I have an international player that is good and would like exposure. He finds it difficult in the 2K community because of a language barrier. Then he finally messaged back April 3rd, 2023. And then I started asking about the local basketball association in Puerto Rico. No response. Finally, from April 3rd, 2023, I finally messaged him January 16th of this year. We're going international. Help us start bringing the best players all over the world to the best Pro Am League to ever exist. Unanswered. And then today, on February 6th, if you want exposure for international players, SEBA is the place for them to be. Like, I'm telling you guys, I've been messaging them. I don't know who else to contact for internet to represent international 2K players, but I've been messaging them for a full calendar year now, and didn't get anything. So I figure, you know what? Same thing with SEBA, bro. If you want something done right, you just have to do it yourself. You just have to build it yourself. That's what I got to do. So that's it, you know. And we're just not going to go through them. We're not going to, I guess we're not going to elicit their help. We're just going to do it ourselves. They come knocking on the door later. You know what I'm saying? Jersey Media 2K, I don't know if he would be noticed without FIBA Europe. I get it, but, like, I try to message FIBA, bro. I try to message the eFIBA. I did, and I got nothing from them. So, I mean, I'm just going to have to do it myself. Now, if SEBA International blows up and they come knocking, hey, you guys are doing really good for the International League. Don't be surprised if I'm just like, yeah, you guys didn't respond to me a year ago, bro. I'm good over here now. You know, I don't play that shit, man. You know, like, bro, this was a full year. I've been trying to contact them and try to get something going for the international community. This was a year ago. This isn't a fucking idea that I just spawned yesterday. This is something I was thinking about for a while. And, you know, I just had it in my head that, yo, I had a spark of an idea. You know, as a matter of fact, I had Anton message me out of the blue. Anton, your message was like reminding me, because I had forgot that I was doing all this. And then you messaged me and you said, what did you say? Where the fuck is it, bro? Because you had messaged me a while back in January 17th. And you asked if I was gonna bring it to the EU. You messaged me yesterday. Hi, any update coming to the EU? There's a lot of talk about SEBA here in EU. Your concept is great. When you messaged me that yesterday, I was like, bro, you know what? Why am I waiting for this? Like, what happened to that idea that I had? Like, when you messaged me that yesterday, it just lit off a spark. Like, bro, what am I doing? All these other leagues are going there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this idea a year ago, and I just stopped because eFIBA wasn't getting back to me. I'm like, why am I not doing this? Just because eFIBA wouldn't respond. Like, I've never needed anybody. Like, I've done this all myself since day one. I'm not, but listen, I have an admin team that helps, but I'm talking about me building it. Like, I didn't elicit anybody's help in the beginning to build it. Like, everything that I have in SIBA, I created the infrastructure myself, and then I got really sharp admins to help me out and maintain it. But, like, I never needed anybody if I wanted to start something and do it, I just fucking did it. I put my head down, I did the work. And for some reason, I had lost that. I had fucking, like, that just escaped me. And then Anton messaged me yesterday, and it just fucking lit a light bulb. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And I messaged, bro, when you messaged me, I messaged eFIBA again. I told you, I messaged him yesterday. I said, yo, if you want exposure for international players, SIBA's the place to be. No response from them, so I was like, fuck this. I'm not waiting for anybody else. I'm doing it myself. So that's it, bro. So I'm going to create it. I'm going to get it going. I guarantee you I'm going to be able to find admins that are going to want to help, because especially European, I would love some international admins. If you're an international admin, you have to learn how to do it my way. Every single admin that I have in SIBA is a SIBA veteran, so they were a SIBA veteran before they became an admin, right? They know the SIBA way before they got it. You guys will be learning on the fly. So there's going to be a lot of things that I do that you might think are crazy. Like, even to this day, my admins think that a lot of things that I do are crazy. Why did I ban this person? Why did I fire that coach? Trust me, there's a method to the madness, and, you're just going to have to learn why I do what I do. You're just going to have to trust me that the things that I do as a league owner and the things I ask of you, you got to trust me and understand that I'm doing it because it's in the best interest of the league. And I'll make mistakes. And if I make mistakes, I'll go over them, I'll fix them, and I'll eat it. I'll take it on the chin. But admin's going to have to learn to do it my way. That's the only way it works, right? So it's going to be tough getting European admins to do it my way and to figure it out. But, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? You guys would already have a SIBA in Europe if this shit was easy, right? So with that being said, man, listen, if we got any questions, anybody wants to hop on the Twitter, if you're here in the Twitch stream and you want to actually speak, just go right to the Twitter, man. Look, I'll even I'll type it in. Just go to @StatIsland2K. That's where we are live on the, oh my God, I got to sign in. Got to fucking sign in. I got to go to my authenticator app, bro. What the fuck is this? What is this? Top fucking secret United States president fucking documents over here? Crazy. All right. Now I can now pin my cheese. All right, let's go. Staten Island 2K. There you go. Boom. That's where you want to go for Twitter if you want to jump on the space call and actually speak. Anybody else in here that want to speak, jump on right now. If you got questions, if you want to talk about last night's games, we could do that shit. Any questions about SIBA International? Got one of my graphics guys working on a logo. It's going to have the planet with some flags. It's going to say SIBA International. Shit's going to be fun, bro. It's going to be official. But that's what, bro, listen, that's what we got cooking. I'm telling you right now, when I get something cooking, bro, the fuck is this remote for this heater? I'm melting in here. Turn that fucking mini split off, bro. I'm fucking dying. When we get something cooking here, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, yo, this shit is official. It's official. But for those of you guys that are from the International 2K playing community and you're not really familiar with SIBA, bro, I hope that you guys following this stream and you tune in, because last night's games, opening night for Season 23, were fantastic. We had a quadruple overtime game. Black Diamonds beat Supreme Clientele 95-94 in 4 overtimes. I have not updated I have not updated the what's it called? The standings yet from last night's games. I had a bunch of running around to do today. I have to still write the schedule for college, but Mad Voltage didn't do his job, bro. He's holding us back, bro. So if you're in college right now, no, you can't start your season after tonight. You have to wait till I write the schedule. And the reason why I can't write the schedule is because the College 9 archives is empty. And the athletic director has the permissions to do it, but he just won't. So, my kid just got off the bus. Awesome. Hon, if you're still watching, Jordan's coming home. Actually, no, he's not. He's got a animation today. That's right. He's not coming off the bus. Antoine's going to come up and speak. My man, bro. Antoine, what have you heard? Give me a little bit idea of what you heard so far.
Hey everybody, I hope everybody can hear me good. Sorry about the voice, a little bit cold. So, as we talked yesterday, we mentioned everything on the Twitch, started talking with some guys. Concept is good. Definitely, as we talked yesterday, gonna need advertising, gonna need pumping up the players to get them aroused, because the thing is, from my perspective, the SIBA is the only way for the EU guys to get noticed, to make their own brands as players, to get it to the pros. Most definitely, you have so much talent here. Not talking about myself, I'm doing this strictly for the community. I saw the struggles that my fellow EU guys went through for the past 3 or 4 years. We have only 3 guys to make it to the pro. This year we were all really proud of Ornox, the lockdown. They got drafted and picked up for the 2K League.
Right.
The point I'm making, we got so much guys here, so much talent. They're hungry. They want to compete. We just need to put it in sentences for them. Your picture on Twitter from Raw Prospect, high school, college, pro is really good. We need something like that just to send them, to get them over to the league. I think you're going to have really good admins. I already talked to a couple of guys who are in the 2K community. They're playing as casual, but listen, they got 35. They're 35 years old. They don't want to compete, but they want to be involved in something good and something great. And there's definitely going to be, I think it's going to be backchecked with the number of players that are going to be satisfied. We have overnight drafts, overnight tournaments, etc. But not everybody can afford $10 per night to play those kinds of games. That's the second tier of players that can definitely go in and fill up.
Listen, you guys just got those overnight tournaments and shit there. Let me tell you something, bro. That shit gets boring and repetitive after a while.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm one of the guys that got bored with that, definitely. The thing is, it needs to be really, really advertised, just to have a couple of sentences that we can reach out to the guys, to the top guys, you know, to the guys that are listening to the community. I know a guy, I think he's Puerto Rican as well. We got one esports team that are really big. He's like a manager for them. I know he would love the concept. The community loves him. He says, yeah, this is the thing. He's going to attract probably 50 more players. We got a big base in France. We got a big base in Germany, big base in Italy, big base on the Balkans. And I know these guys want to do drafts like only Germany, only France. But once they see this is the thing where all the community can lit up, and this is the thing. This is the most important thing. We're going to have guys from the U.S. coming to us for the first 2 seasons. That was never made.
yeah.
We were the guys who could always. We always had to go these servers, go play.
Yeah,
World
no,
League,
listen,
we had to adapt.
any free agent in SIBA that's in the pros that wants to play and that can't get signed, if they want to go play in international, they're playing on your servers. They're going to be dealing with the shit that you've had to deal with. We're not switching it up for them.
Yeah. I hear you. That's like.
And I think that's all. Listen, I think that's only fair. I mean, when you guys get to the pros, it's on our turf. So in your league, you know what I'm saying? It's on your turf.
I think it's gonna be good. I see some other leagues from the U.S. reacted today. It's not. It's on purpose. Definitely. Unified came today and published everything. They were supposed to publish it in a week. They published today everything. You know, it's on purpose. It's done on purpose. Listen, they got their thing. This is another thing. So I think.
Oh, I see what you're talking about with the divisions and everything.
Yeah, they announced it today, like half an hour ago, 1 hour ago, something like that.
Oh, so they got the invitation only for €70, and see, okay, but what they see, the thing is, what they do is different from what we do. So we don't really we don't step on their toes and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, that league. You know what? Let me tell you something. With UPA, you know what that's good for? That's good for if you run, like you told me you play for an org. Like if you want to play with your org and build your brand, you play through them. You got to pay for it and all this other stuff. That's what you got to do, you know. And the layout, I'm looking 10 teams, 3 game days per week, fixed schedules. Wow. So that's something that they've never done before here in America. They can't get anybody to load up for regular season games. Best 6 teams go to the playoffs. 2-game series. All right. So 10 teams, you got to play each team twice. Best 6 teams go to the playoffs. Cool. 10th seed gets demoted to the other division. That was a popular thing. That's what I did that a long time ago in my first league. And a lot of people wanted me to do that. Hey, if the worst team in this league goes down to the G League and the best G League team comes up to SIBA. I actually tried that a long time ago. It didn't work out too well. The team that gets demoted was never going to show up. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just kick them out the league. You know, I don't know if that may work in this, but when I did it, like, let's say your team was last place in the top division and you just got demoted. Are you going to be motivated to go play in the bottom thing? No, you're not going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. That's the problem I ran into. But
dangerous.
But the structure looks good, you know. But they don't do what we do. We do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like we're more along the lines of like an actual league where you walk on, like you got to walk on, hustle as yourself, right? You can play with your boys on the same team, but there's going to come a point in SIBA where it's going to be you. It's going to be you personally and what you bring to the table to a team, not your brand.
Listen, just to say this thing, I mean, the community, the top guys in the community, okay, like top 30 players, they're prospects for the pros in SIBA, they're prospects for the pros in 2K league. Sorry, this is their platform. Now is the time to put your money where your mouth is. Now is the time, and I think they're gonna see that, and they're gonna go. And say,
Gala, thank you for
okay,
the follow,
listen,
brother.
That's my new guy. That's my new guy, Gala.
Oh, awesome.
So this is the platform for them, and if they see it, they're gonna see it. It's about them. They have to know they're not gonna get drafted. The whole team is not gonna get drafted. But I know some guys I know they're gonna go in, top dogs from the EU. They're gonna go in. They're gonna show up. I know how they play. I know it's gonna be great for them to go to the pros. I think it's gonna be a great concept. As we talked yesterday, we're gonna stay in touch on Discord. I have to go now. I have to play some matchups with my guys. They're waiting for me.
Go do your thing. Make sure they all sign. Make sure they all register in SIBA. Remember, type in your gamer tag builds, position, gamer tag console, positions and builds, and country of origin, and we'll fix it for you. We'll get you guys set up.
I have everything for them ready.
All right, cool. And listen, let me tell. Listen, this structure that we're gonna bring, bro, it's gonna be insane. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun, and you know, not just as a pathway to get to the 2K League, but pathway to build your streams up, man. I mean, bro, we're doing hundreds of views. You know what I'm saying? Like guys are playing high-profile games. There's thousands of people in the SIBA Discord. We're only scratching the surface. Like a majority of the players in the SIBA Discord are just raw prospects that are like kind of disenfranchised. They don't feel like they're part of anything because they're not part of a team. They're always playing tens. But once they start getting on high school, college, once they start making their way up the pipeline to the pros, then they start watching this. Like we watched our streams go from like 40 to 50 to 300 viewers at any given stream. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're just growing and growing and growing. You know, so any international player that, you know, let's say they're not good enough to get to the 2K League or they don't want to do that, they could build their own brand right here as a streamer.
Definitely. I mean, I'm mentioning 2K League just as because I'm mentioning maybe a little bit too much. The point I'm making, we didn't have a platform like SIBA here, or nobody to go through to make it to the pros in SIBA or in a league like SIBA. There's no any league like SIBA, but you get the point. You know?
And listen, let them all know. When you talk about SIBA to your boys, let them all know. The fee to get in is €0. It's absolutely free.
That's the most important thing, and they're like, really, it's zero. I mean, yeah, it's zero. It's fucking free.
You get all of this shit, and by the way, we keep all your stats, all your records, everything for your entire career.
On Discord, it's insane. It's insane. The stat tracking, the professionalism that you get from coaches in the high school. I've been through Discord. I've scrolled everything.
And I'm telling you right now. Look, the guys that do the stats, they work fucking hard, and they don't. They're volunteers. I don't pay them, but they do make some money because there are certain things you have to pay for in SIBA. Number one, if you are built, like if you have a profile in the stats website, which means you played an official SIBA game, whether it's high school, college, pro, or international. If you change your gamer tag, it's a $20 fee because those stat guys have to go into the stat page and fill it out and change everything. Every time somebody pays for a gamer tag change, they pay they pay one of my Cash App accounts, and at the end of the season, I divide it up amongst the stat guys, and they get it as like a thank you at the end of everything. So I don't pay them. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't get paid to do everything for free. They work hard, and at the end of the season, the money that they get from people changing their game. Sometimes people change their gamer tags 2 or 3 times in a season, bro. And there's players in the stat page that have 3 different profiles. It fucks up the all-time stats because, like, yo, I'm missing 122 assists on your record because they're in the stat page as somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because you never told anybody you changed your gamer tag. So, like, that's extra work for these guys to do. They deal with thousands of screenshots. You know, it's a whole team of them. So we make sure that we take care of them at the end. You know, if you're going to donate to anybody, it'd be to the stats. I'm telling you guys right now, like, this league is free. But if you ever wanted to donate to these guys as a thank you and say, hey, man, you guys are working hard, bro. We appreciate it. I give you the fucking Cash App to donate to the guys. Because they work their asses off to make sure that this is the best league that you can possibly play in. And I ain't paying them because I don't get paid because the league is free. So I don't make money off it. I only make money off the streams and certain things in the Discord you could purchase, like access to channels you're not supposed to have access to. Like, I started selling that shit. But other than that, you don't pay me anything to play here. So I'm not getting a profit, so they don't. But I'd rather them get money. Like, I'd rather you donate to them than donate to me. I don't need your donations. I'd rather you give it to the stat guys, to be honest.
I understand. Okay, we're going to keep in touch base tomorrow or the day after and see where's it going.
All right, my man. Looking forward to it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
That's my buddy Anton, bro. Listen, he has admin written all over him, though. You know, he does. So I got a feeling this is going to be good. I got a feeling this is going to be really good, man. It's going to take some time to build. Just like high school. I'm going to tell you right now, just like high school. Do not expect the International League to be the most awesome fucking league ever. It's going to be great. But in the beginning, just wait. Give it some time, right? You got to give it some time. It's got to build. We got to have the right people involved. That's one thing I will give you my word. I'm gonna put a big effort into it. I am.
Hey, Feach, what's going on?
What up?
One thing I do want to say is because international is so brand new, it's going to be, I think, a smaller version of high school. So I think it will be able to be a little bit more structured or organized in the beginning, especially once you do decide to, go through with it and decide when you're going to launch the SEBA International. Because as you said, I think Antoine said about 400 players, which is a good amount of players. And I think we could find a good admin team and things around into SEBA International where it's going to be good right off the jump.
Well, I'm not going to launch it until I know I have the infrastructure. So, we're going to wait. We're going to wait for that, right? We're going to wait for the infrastructure to before we go and start putting it together. But I will tell you this: we will have it. There's coaching opportunities for people that want to coach. It could be a shortcut for people that want to coach. So right now, if you want to coach, right now it's a high school and winning high school, to college, to winning college and pro. So it's a little bit of a process. If you wanted to coach, you can go coach an international team and win down there. And you know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be as competitive. There's going to be I'm going to put more credibility towards a college, high school coach than an international coach in the beginning. But at some point, if you can get the international players to load up and really be the foundation of the international league as a coach, you will be looked at to coach pros sooner than some of these high school coaches and college coaches, to be honest, right? So it's going to be a good opportunity, not just for the international players, but for players in America in this survey that want to get into coaching, that want to break through. That's going to be good for them. Also, poor Zeke, bro, he's been crying all fucking day to me that nobody wants to play with him. He can go play for an international team. It's just going to be on international servers. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be on international servers.
I did offer him a high school recruiter position, but he didn't want it.
Now, he's been there and done that, bro. He's been there and done that. So
I understand, but maybe, since nobody wants to play with him, I think, this would be his best chances of, getting these high school players to want to play for him. And then as he moves up in the levels, these guys will know who Zeke is. It was an idea that I pitched to him, but I don't know if he wants to do that again.
He's not really built for coaching, but he should definitely go down to the international league and play. So, but that's a choice that he's got to make, man. That's a choice that he's got to make. Nobody can make that choice for him. That's a choice that he's got to make on his own. Russo's mad. He's on the Wu Gambinos. Oh, poor Russo, right? The best. You got your first 2 wins as a coach. And by the way, Zeke was a college coach at one point, so.
I mean, shout out to my team. They really pulled these 2 wins last night. Maurice, free agent pickup.
Yo, for those of you watching the stream on Twitch, watch how fast it goes.
But yeah, I mean, 2 wins, and I'm looking to get some more wins. I got a couple of blue guys on the roster. Shout out to Cougs. I'm just trying to really take this coaching job serious, and I want to really make a name for myself in SEBA Pros. So starts off with a couple wins last night.
This motherfucker got the God tier, and I can't take it off.
Hopefully, it transitions to the rest of the season, maybe potentially playoffs for Go Showers this season.
This dude's got the God tier. All right, that's what it is. All right.
Well, one step at a time, one game at a time. We're planning.
You know what I can do though, Sky? I can send your ass in a welcome wagon. So at the end of the day, you may have the God tier, but that's only in tier only. By the way, we better see we better see your team in action today. I'll tell you that right now. Better see a fucking Cuban Links in action. We didn't see him in action last night.
What about Legendary? I mean, there's a couple of teams that we got to see tonight.
We did not see 36 Chambers, but they got four games scheduled for tonight. So
perfect.
Looking forward to them playing tonight. and seeing what who not me, Billy Costa's got cooking up as a coach.
A rumor has it Billy's playing center, so we'll see.
Is he? Oh yeah, that's right. He's moved to center.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what that PNR looks like. Because we do have him on our schedule, so I will be watching that game. Any teams that have surprised you so far this season? I mean, besides Kaz Dolo's team with no draft picks?
They look good. They didn't win every game, but they've looked competitive. So shout out to Kaz for really, ISO 1D is looking like, bro. I mean, that kid comes off the fucking waiver wire undrafted, starts dropping 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking
every
big.
Season, he's the waiver wire guy, bro. Every season he plays. He's a journeyman in SIBA.
But I like what I saw out of 8 Diagrams. They're not going to be a bad team. They're not going to be a good team or a great team, but they're going to be competitive. So 8 Diagrams are going to be the type of team where if you fuck around, you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
You're right.
if you fuck around, you're going to lose. Like you can't fuck with them. You better show up and play them like you would play any other team that had a full draft. Like do not troll them, you know what I'm saying? Like, go in there full force.
Well,
I got to
that's
go
the
over
thing.
these
I mean,
screenshots, to be honest.
No coach should be going in there thinking like, hey, this team sucks or didn't have a draft pick. You're in the pros. You have to expect every team to come out there, guns blazing, competitive, regardless of who's on the line.
Bot account destroyed them in their game against Bells of War. They were winning that game at halftime, and they just came out completely flat in the third and fourth quarter.
I think Bot account had like 25 and like 14 or 25 and 12 that game.
Yeah, 25, 14, and 8. He fucked around, almost got a triple-double.
Yeah,
So, one team that's looked bad is ODB, but they looked bad early last season. The thing is, Meter Dunk doesn't have any help there, bro. You know?
He's got Devil sold at the 2.
That's terrible.
I mean, hey, like you said, coaches coach, players play, but, what are you going to do?
Who's the best college team so far? We don't know because Selection Day tonight. By the way, Selection Day tonight. We got Selection Day tonight. So all you high school players, right, that have been busting your ass. Some of you guys probably already got verbal commitments, given verbal commitments to college teams. Some of you college recruiters got verbal commitments. Nothing is set in stone until they call your team's name on on Selection Day. So we gotta, you guys want to get college started? You gotta tell fucking Mad Voltage to archive this shit. He's got to archive it the same exact way I've archived it. In college season 9. He has not done shit. By the way, we're live on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just letting you know that.
College starts tomorrow, opening day, correct?
College opening day is supposed to start tomorrow. But, like I said, we got to, high school is starting the day after college starts.
This more of a high school, college, or just all around SIBA spaces?
It's all around, bro. You can talk about whatever you want. We just went over.
I didn't know if there was a certain, because I didn't want to come in here and start talking about pros.
Nah. Anybody can join it. Anybody can join and speak right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're live on multiple places, so I don't want to take too much time. But Voltage never had access to it. We asked for access to it weeks ago.
He's got access to it. Yeah, he does. Are you? Yeah. Hold on.
We're gonna get it done when he gets home. But
you got to drop Jackson off at 4:15 to karate, and then from there pick up Jordan at 4:30. 4:55. Welcome to my world. I said, welcome to my world. Now, my wife picking up and dropping off the kids in their after-school shit today. I'm taking a break. You know I need it. But Voltage does have access to it. It just has to be. Listen, you update the archives. It's got to look exactly. Just go to college season 8, season 7, season 6. See how I did it. I want it to look like I did it. You know what I'm saying? It has to look like I just did it. So that's all.
Yeah, he got that. That's no worries.
Yeah.
And I told the college coaches to schedule their division games tonight if they want to play tonight because there's no schedule yet. So as long as they just play division games, they're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's only like 3 or 4 out of conference games.
Yeah, exactly. So if they just schedule in conference games or division games, then even if there's no schedule, like.
Well, listen, as soon as it's archived, I could just go in there and do the schedule. It'll take me like a half hour. You know, I could probably do it while I'm taking a shit. To be honest, next time I go to.
That's all it is. I know we have the college call at 6.
Here, you know what? On stream, I'll do it for you guys. Ready? Watch this. Ready? Let's do it for you guys on stream right now. Boom. So the first thing is a college schedule. So what do? Right? If you guys are watching the screen, that's how it works. College schedule. Edit message. No, bitch. Here we go. Copy. Go down to college season 9. College schedule. Boom. Go back to schedule. This is how easy this is, bro. Ready? Edit message. Copy. Go down to college season 9 again. Put it in. Boom. Now what comes next? Let's take a look at what I did last season, college 8. After the schedule, what do we post? The rosters. So we go to college season 9. We type in college rosters. Boom. Go up to the college rosters. Now you see the day in the life of Feach. All the way up. What the fuck am I looking at, bro? Where's all the players? Oh, my God, bro. What happened to all the fucking players, Volt? You seeing this? You guys seeing this on the stream right now?
It's okay. Volt has them. We have them saved, so our Volt can post it.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do right now? Oh, I can't. You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm just gonna copy and paste it. And then he can go in there and edit the Oh, he can't. He can't edit my message.
No, he can't because it's your message.
This kid Volt,
actually,
bro.
He can copy your entire message and edit it, so it's fine. Like, he can copy your entire message and then edit it, and then post it himself. And then you can just delete yours, so that's fine.
College rosters. Let's see. Boom. This kid Volt is nuts, bro. The hell? This is the start of the college rosters channel. I copied and pasted too much. So he's got to do the underline. Make sure he does the underline, right? Make sure he does this. I'm not going to do it for every team. He can do it, but make sure he does it. I can't edit. I can't go into edit mode. So, all right, so let's go to college season 8. What did I do after the rosters? What did I do? The standings. I know he doesn't update that. I do. The standings. So we go to edit. See, this is what, if I do this, then it copies everything from the bold and the underlines. Go to college season 9. The standings. Right? Boom. What did I do after the standings in season 8? The Natty. So we go to season 9. We type Natty. Now we go to the Natty, right? Oh, shit. I didn't finish this. Fuck. Oh, guess because you guys did it in one fucking day. Motherfuckers, bro. Yo, Hearn, what were the results? I need the scores and everything. Oh, you guys did it.
I can read it off. I can read it off right now if you need it.
You guys did it in one day. What about the first round?
I got you right now. Let me go to it right now.
Oh, shit. Bro, now you guys are seeing what it takes to run a league, bro. It ain't easy.
All right, so in the Elite 8, Wagner Seahawks over McKee Seagulls, 93-54.
Wagner Seahawks 93. We got to bold them. McKee Seagulls 54. Terrible.
Yep. New York Cougars over Dolphins,
Hold up.
78-60. Okay.
Cougars 78. Just give me the team, the scores. Dolphins 60.
Dolphins 60. Clippers 62. Bulldogs 38.
Wow. And this was all done in one night?
Yeah.
Let's try
2
not to
hours.
do that again. Because
let's
we
do it
took
again.
what it is, we took away opportunities for more streams.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if we have the college national championship on the same night as some regular season games and shit, then we're gonna have a bigger stream. And let me get the last score.
Falcons over Rail Splitters, 54-52.
That was a close one. Who's that? Dub Wallace coaching that team?
Yeah, he pulled upset.
Shout out to Dub Wallace, upsetting the defending champs in the first round. I know they didn't win it all, but all right. So now we got the. Now hold up, I gotta do this. I gotta copy it. Let's go down to season 9. Boom. Now let's go to the next round.
Next round is Seahawks over Cougars, 72-57.
Oh, now I gotta type them in. So Seahawks that was the South Shore.
Yeah.
What was the score? What was it? What did they have?
Seahawks had 72. Cougars had 57.
Bitch.
And then the champion or the other side was North Shore was Clippers 95, Falcons 53.
95-53.
Yep.
They were the 2 seed. What seed was New York? 3, right? All right, let me change that. I gotta make sure everything is.
Cougars.
What was the so Clippers had 95 and they won.
And then the Falcons, the Grady Falcons had 53.
So they won a game with 54 points and they lost a game with 53 points.
Yeah, it wasn't enough firepower. Couldn't stop Austin Reeks.
All right. Poor Austin. Right? And now,
got
hold on.
40 in that game.
Let me put that final 4 in the college 9. Now we have the finals. This is going to be easy. There's only 2 teams. There's going to be the Clippers.
Then the finals was Wagner Seahawks 69, Clippers 42.
Where the fuck is the paste? Oh, that's right. I got to fucking edit the message first, dude. Clippers had what?
Clippers had 42.
42. Eliminated. Seahawks. And what did the Seahawks have?
69.
So Austin Reeks comes wins the championship? Oh, no, he lost the championship.
Oh, Austin Reeks lost in the championship. They actually were up in the first quarter, and then they switched XO bump onto Austin Reeks, and then he couldn't do anything.
All right, so let's go to college season 8. What did I do after the Natty was done? College big board. All right. Now, this should be all done, right? Yep. You know what I don't like? You know what you could tell Voltage, bro? When you see him? First of all, he doesn't know how to spell sophomore. Sophomore. So we want to make sure everything's spelled right because we don't want to look like a bunch of idiot kids did this, right? So first of all, you got to learn how to spell sophomore. Second of all, you see this up here? This is not capitalized freshman. We want to make sure everything's capitalized. McKee Seagulls, the K in McKee is capitalized. You ever see the word McDonald's? You ever see the word McDonald's? Right? You know McDonald's? The burger spot? How is that spelled? It's capital M, lowercase c, and capital D, right? So it's McKee with a capital K. We want to make sure that that shit is all, you know, it's all official. Let's capitalize shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it look like, you know, adults and humans are doing this. You may not think that's important, but I'm telling you, bro, it is. The presentation is important. You know why presentation is so important? Because it's one of the easy things to do.
Yeah.
Oh. The hell is this? I couldn't share this message because you don't share a server with the recipient? Oh, I think it's because there's too many fucking characters, maybe, right? Copy. We're going to delete this message. We're going to do it again. But instead, we're going to take the next 62, cut it. Problem solved. All right, awesome. Hit my character limit. And then, after we did that, College Season 8, what was next after that? The Collegiate Player of the Year, College All-Star, College Coach of the Year. Okay, awesome. So now I got to throw. All right, so he can actually do that. He can do that. He can add that at the end in College Season 9 because I don't know that and all that stuff. So now that the schedule is archived, I can now go in this schedule thing right here and just delete all this stuff. Now I can actually start the schedule. Start writing the schedule. Voila. There we go. He said voltage is 40. Roster still has Geo, Koji, Cuba links. Yo, I haven't updated the rosters yet. You guys don't have to. You know, you guys don't no longer have to DM me your rosters, right? I don't do that anymore. No one has to DM me their roster ever again. Oh shit! Do not DM me your rosters ever again. I will update your rosters by going to this: members, roles, 8 diagrams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I will just update it from there. I have my phone out. Right? 36 chambers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heaven help you if I see more than 8 names. You are fucked. Heaven help your fucking ass. Killer Bees. How many fucking Killer Bees are there? Oh, wait a minute. It's me. It's Andrea. All right, never mind. Let's count the actual ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's Pickles. All right. Killer Hills, while I have you out here. How many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, cool. Just doing I'm going to copy this all. When I get some time, I'll sit down. Probably usually when I'm taking a dump, honestly, is when I do shit like this.
Hey, listen, I can count Brian Black.
Yeah, let's double check Bells of War, bro.
Wait, I didn't mean it that way. I meant the person Black.
That sounded bad, bro. I get it. I get it. In this day and age, though, you got to really be watch because people get sensitive.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. It's the person in Discord.
But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. There you go. He should really change his name, though, right? I mean, we don't want to call him Black anymore.
Well, if you're streaming on Twitch, I mean, how can we even call his name? Like, you hear how bad that just sounded?
I know. But like, who's this Black guy? He sucks. Get him off the court, right? Like, but meanwhile, you're calling out his gamer tag. Okay, we got to change, bro. You got to change your gamer tag, bro. That's it. It's over. It's 2024, bro. You can get everyone and everything shut down. The whole Discord will get raided with feds. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like that player, that high school player with the like fucking crazy ass last name that nobody wants to say. Everybody's just looking around. How the fuck you pronounce that name? It's the N-word with a K in the front. You see that? You see that shit?
Yeah.
That's kind of like that, bro. We got to change. We got to change our names. Like, just don't put white and just don't put any colors in there at all. Any color that can be like used as a race. Like, there's nobody purple or blue. So the colors that you could put in your gamer tags is blue, purple. You can't put yellow. You can't put red, right? Because St. John's red men, red skin. You can't do that anymore. So you can't have white, black, yellow, or red. That's it. It's on. You can have purple. Can you have brown? Thinking if you can have brown. You have blue. You have gray. You have green, purple, pink. Keep it on the safe side, and you know what? I'm gonna do it for him, bro. Sorry, Mr. Black, but we're gonna have to take matters into our own hands. I'll spell it even the way you want. There you go. See? Now we went from black to pink. I even spelled it the way he likes it. See? Everybody see that? So black is now pink. We don't have to worry about anything anymore. We are good to go. I'm going to bring Apollo's Truth up. Please don't say anything racist. Can't afford it. But anyway, that's why you guys don't have to send me your rosters anymore. Let's take a look at new player registration. Anybody coming in that's a oh, look at this. We got a high school player that changed his name. He better not. Let's see if he's in the stats. What is that? Desolate? Let's take a look if he's in the stats, guys. We got a high school player that changed their name. Let's take a look at his whole career. What was his name? Desolate IPS. Let's see if he owes 20. He does not owe 20. Shout out to Desolate. Getting a free gamer tag change. Any international players that joined Europe, Croatia? We already gave his Croatia. I got to give them, you know what? Let's do this now. Let's do this now while everybody's on the stream so we know, y'all know I'm not fucking around. Let's go give a roll. Where are the rolls? Rolls. Create roll. Let's call it international. Right? I can't do emojis here, but I'm going to put a little world. I'm going to put a little globe there for the international players. Save. We're going to slide this. Would you save it already, bro? What is going on, bro? It's a fucking expensive-ass computer. There you go. Scroll all the way up and bring it there. We're going to put this all the way at the top. Because I know we're going to have a shit ton of international players coming here. And I don't feel like scrolling all the way down. Bro, Discord is freezing on me, bro. What kind of bootleg shit is this? All right, there you go. All right, anybody else that joined that has a country? None of them yet. Pasty Cheese, Twitch, blah, blah, blah. Oh, nobody changed this gamer tag. Square. Derek on God. He's got it capitalized. Good for you. Great job. I'll make sure it reflects in how you're viewed here. Mr. Squeeze 4112. Let's get you in there. You notice how I took off the PS5. We don't need it anymore. Daylight TV. There you go. I did give him the Croatia flag. So, DeGallis, if you want to talk about something, why don't you request to be a speaker, bro? Like you're sitting here criticizing my speech. We're about to go global, bro. I'm just here cleaning up this mess that Voltage made. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here cleaning up his mess. I do want to talk about it, but I gotta clean up the mess. And for anyone who thinks that Anton didn't get his Croatia flag, I got to show you right now. Where is he? Croatia. Let's give him the international. Boom. International, baby. So y'all want to talk Siebes? Let's talk Siebes. Let's talk what happened last night.
H,
Yo.
you can hear me?
Yes.
Are we gonna get a coaching review from Matt Voltage after this season?
It is. Are we going to get a coaching review? Holy shit! So what did I tell you guys? Like when we were doing like the pre-draft show and all that stuff. Like we were talking about when I was talking about the league and stuff like that. And I felt like probably some of the most brain dead GMing, not coaching. I don't know how much of how good of a coach. Madville. I know he was a good coach in college. Talking about coaching, like putting the roster together, motivating the players, being X's and O's. I know as a GM, it seems like Mad Voltage is in way over his head in the pros. To be honest, I mean, I'm not even trying to sound. I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but like, bro.
We're keeping Sincerely the first round.
I mean, you had Sincerely Q, who you drafted in the second round. You benched him when you traded your second round pick for Spam, who did nothing, right? And then when you didn't have a second-round pick to keep your second-round player, you used a first-rounder on him. That's crazy.
Just can't make that shit up.
And then he just absolutely shit the bed yesterday in his SEBA debut.
Yeah, I don't know why he's up for it. I don't know why he's up for it. The next stop can't be up for it.
But listen, Campin' Bro figured it out. Campin' Bro figured it out. He did it after a while. So we're going to – listen, maybe Volt has to take the Campin' Bro route and just lose every season for like the next 4 seasons in a row before a light bulb finally comes on and be like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. I got to start going back to the drawing board and figuring this out. That's what Campin did. He went back to the drawing board. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing as a coach at all, and he figured it out, and he ended up he started winning, right? That's what happened. Sometimes you got to do that, bro. Sometimes that's what you got to do, But I do know that, as far as GM goes, he has sabotaged the team. And it's going to be tough, because that was your early 2K24 keeper, right? Now the top talent is being kept. And you got to hope that you find, someone said Volt has a habit of telling great players he's going to draft them, then doesn't, and drafts worse players. Let's take a look at Volt's draft. Well, we're picking on Volt right now, but let's take a look at his draft real quick. Let's see where are they at right now. Let's see. First round was the keeper Sincerely Q. That's got to be an F. No disrespect to Sincerely Q. I think he has a role in SEBA. I think he's good enough to play in the pros in SEBA, but I have not seen any. And from last night to his rookie season, I have not seen anything that shows me he's a starter on a SEBA team in the pros. I have not seen that yet. Round 2, obviously, he doesn't have it because he traded it away. That would have been Sincerely Q. Round 3, where do we go to find Fairy Killers picks a rookie mixtape, right? So he went rookie there, went even younger, right? You had Golke there, Should. You had this player here, YMCA, who's really good. Slats was available too. You had some veterans there. You had you that was available, but I knew he wasn't going to draft you because you guys can't stay. Stop a Crab. I'm Codbad has been playing well. Banks, Cookham Gaming was there. Save Buddha was still there. Blah blah blah. Now where's the next fairy? Oh, they got Rap Snacks.
I don't even think he played last night.
Rap Snacks with a 4th round. That's a player you could have got after the draft was over. That's a player you could have got after the draft was over. That's nuts. And then round 5, what do? Vlad Knows. Want to see something cool about Vlad Knows? Here's Vlad Knows in the pros, season 22. Where is it? .8 assists per game. Where's his points per game? Oh, points per. Why'd you guys rearrange this shit? 8.3 points per game. 1.8 assists per game for Vlad knows last season. You think he could have done better than that? Newfound joy. Mr. Blobfish, a former Defensive Player of the Year, sitting right there. Oh, he's on Sincerely Q's BYOT. That's why. God's timing was there. Juice. I would have taken a chance on Juice. Haas, who played for his team before. Selling out, one of the most underrated bigs in the league. Real Elijah Foe, I think, played for his team. And all the other players that went undrafted. I got to give this draft an F. I do, bro. I got to give this draft an F.
That's what I'm saying, but he's the one handing out draft grades, so how does that fucking make any sense?
I don't know, bro. I have no clue. But that's
Is this Apollo speaking? Mr. Quit High School?
Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Quill, who am I speaking with?
Hearn, bro. What the fuck?
I'm just asking. I don't know who Sleepy Hills.
So tell us that beautiful lie again. How you thought you could coach in high school and then play also in the pros.
Yeah, I don't know where you learned that from.
It's not a lie, and I didn't learn it from anyone. I just didn't realize it when I was coming to class.
Yeah, you didn't realize it after the 17 spaces we had, the interview you had.
You want to know the craziest part is you're talking to a player that told a coach he couldn't play lock, and then he got drafted to play lock.
I'm gonna need some proof.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. Hold up. That sounds like manipulation to me, Jordy.
You hear what I'm saying? Like,
hey. Pete said I was too lenient. I was too friendly, and I found out he was right. I'm too friendly, bro. I gotta nip the shit in the butt.
You see what I'm saying? So like, we can't take his word for anything if he doing stuff like this.
That sounds like some bullshit to me. I don't play
so you hear what I'm saying? Like,
come on, man.
I do
playing live.
Oh, you do play lock. So why you tell a coach that he couldn't play lock then?
I didn't play coaches that I don't. I didn't tell any coaches that I don't play lock. I played lock for like 2 years.
So somebody didn't say that in league chat the other day.
I'm gonna need proof as well.
Oh, you're gonna need proof now. Okay.
You need
of
proof.
course.
you hear
yeah, like you see how the tone switch up. Look at the tone.
Yeah,
Listen
man.
to the tone. He was so confident in going in on main voltage, but then when you call him on his stuff, now I need proof. I don't know.
I need proof? What do you want us to say? Like what?
Just admit you picked and chose who you wanted to play with, just so we can get you up out of here. That's all.
Yeah.
Just make it easier for us, because eventually we're gonna find out. Like,
what's done in the dark always comes to the light. Just let us know now, so we don't have to do the research.
IMG Academy just put a roster reveal out when the rosters aren't even due yet, and it's high school season 7. I thought we were in high school season 6.
I think we're in 6.
I thought we were. Is this high school season 6 that we just had?
No, I thought it might have been.
Let me see. High school season 5.
No, high school season 5 that we had.
High school season 5 was Zero Doubt Academy, B4A Prep, Westlake. Where's the champions? Elite 8. The champions were Wright City. Yeah, so we're high school season 6.
Yeah, we're in season 6.
Let me just do this. Hold on. Let me just do this. No confusion. Not high school season 7, guys. And let me just add college 10 so we know. Move that up. All right, so we're in high school season 6, college 10, pro 23. But nonetheless, no left stick. Hezi TV. Stop the Lanes. Mardiff. Pesos. It's Boonga. We love locks. Oh, he's got SOE in the bio. I got to give him a follow back. My fault, bro. And the coach is,
Hey,
yeah,
did you
that's
see
Choppa.
Paul dip?
It's good to see Choppa. I'm following Choppa and he doesn't have an SOE in the bio. Got to unfollow. Choppa,
No,
what are
there's
you?
There's no way Apollo left like that. No way.
The man pulled the dip.
Yeah, like you see what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Bro, Apollo got no grit, man.
No grit. None whatsoever. Couldn't coach a high school team. Shout out to Angel Bucks for coaching down the high school. Willing to go into the raw process if he needs to.
Coob said his team is Rise Above Prep. I can give you guys a shout out, but I don't know who's on the team. I need a roster. Matter of fact, no rosters are due. So who are my admins in high school? Let me just who am I high
What's
school?
going on? Sleep, so it is high school season 6. I think it was just a typo. The IMG Academy put high school season 7 roster reveal. I think that's just boneheaded by the high school recruiter, and I'll have to fix it. But Josh, I sent you a DM.
Why does Holy Ghost have the high school dean fucking role?
I don't know who gave him that high school dean role. Holy who?
Holy Ghost HD has the high school dean role.
Did someone like mess up when they were just?
I don't know.
My fat finger and give them the assistant AD one, and I have to take that
The
off.
deputy deans are all Burnings. Are you Burnings? DeGallis, Pink, Lou from A&D, Chef JT, Jay from A&D, ESP Pop, and Shaw. So you got
Holy
1,
Ghost
2,
HD.
3, 4, 5. You got 8 deputy deans and 1 high school dean. So it is 9 of you running this fucking league with no set schedule. There should be no fuck ups at all. There's 9 of you motherfuckers out here, bro. Right?
There will be no fuck ups each.
So just so you guys know, nobody gets a high school role until the day it starts. No, until the day of opening day.
No problem.
For high school, I'll tell you when it's time. Like after selection day is over, that's when these that's when these high school teams. Soon as selection day ends, that's when these high school teams owe you their rosters. Until then, nobody gets a high school role until then. You're gonna have a bunch of fucking work to do, giving fucking, let's say there was 57 teams. You said
Something like that. 57.
57 times 7, not including a coach. Yes, you're going to have to give roles to 400 fucking people. Yes, it sucks. I know. I've been there a million times. I've run this league for a long time. But that's what you got to do. There's 9 of you there. So if you do 400 divided by 9, I said 400 times 9. 400 divided by 9, that means each of you are just giving 45 players a tag. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
You can do that shit in fucking 10 minutes.
Not even. I expect 5 minutes from my guys.
There you go. Good shit. So it's not a lot of work when you break it down.
It never is. I even tried breaking it down to these high school coaches. When they're looking at me, 25 games in 17 to 20 days, they're like, that's a lot. And I'm like, no, it's not. Play a best of 3 every night against each team. There you go. You'll have your games within 10 days, 25. And that's just to be eligible for playoffs. It's not guaranteed.
So high school is going to be lit this season. I know it's going to be lit because we got a bunch of admins just chilling, doing the right thing. I just need, bro.
My admin team is on top of it.
I am in the market for new admins, though. Anybody from the high school dean want to be the international commish? Go right ahead. I need somebody with some SEAB experience to run it the right way and start grooming an international person to be the actual commish. You will help the league immensely. That would be a very big role. Listen, I don't expect you guys to be smart enough to understand the opportunity that it is to be the international commissioner. Because none of you guys will probably look at the international league, it doesn't even exist. What the fuck am I doing there? But let me ask you a question. If you can travel back in time and Jeff Bezos was running Amazon out of his garage and he offered you a job, you probably wouldn't have taken it unless you were a time traveler, right? Because the best time to get in on something is when the guy's working at it out of his fucking garage. Right? Because as that shit grows, you grow and you elevate. Right? It's only the simple fact that you guys don't have the foresight or a time machine to know that, hey, if this dude out of his garage said, hey, you want to work for this Amazon company I'm running out of my garage? No time machine means you're poor. Time machine means you probably be a billionaire by now, working with Jeff Bezos.
So, Peach, I could give you some recommendations on guys who I feel could be great for the role of international dean for SIBA.
You won't be a dean. I'll figure out the fucking...
Or whatever the admin role is for the international person. But I think there would be... I think I give you some good recommendations on a couple guys.
Now, I do want to give my thoughts on the games last night and shit. I didn't see them all because I can only do like one at a time. And I didn't do the standings yet because I was very busy today, and I'm streaming out. It's 4 o'clock. I'm about to hop off the stream soon and do some other shit. So I may or may not get to the screenshots until probably tomorrow. I'm just going to do the first 2 days in one shot. You know, it's more work for me, but it is what it is, right? But I will say, Henny wants my thoughts on Sons of Man. I thought you guys played well. I saw you guys blew a lead, and you let Go Showers come back and take that game from you. Sweeping them.
We should have won both games. We should have won both games.
Well, had they swept you, it would have been a big statement. Because remember, that team, listen, I'm about storylines. This league, if you haven't noticed, is all about storylines, right? And the big storyline, this team lost Dayfry. He went back to the league. There is a giant. Oh, wow, Vector is on the Elephants? So Vector and Jack 3's only in that backcourt, huh? Wow. He's not U-Bots, but, I mean, you're replacing him with a fucking solid player, bro. But anyway, back to Sons of Man. They lost Dayfry, right? So that's a huge, huge gap that you have to, like, those are big shoes to fill. Just like Rushing Elephants had a huge shoes to fill, right? Both on the, both in his game and what he does, right? Also what he does, too. Like, his communication, his leadership skills. Like, they lost a big-time player there. And they'll get him back. But for Sons of Man, it's like, who do we replace him with? Like, can he be replaced? Like, how do we move forward without this kid? And I think they showed that, bro, that was a great draft. I mean, they got Henny, they got Jet. Zach went and got players that he's familiar with, that he had the first time he made the playoffs. These are the players he had. So, what's up, Mama? Okay. Want to say hi to the stream? Huh? No, I'm good. All right. Love you. Love you. So these are the players that he picked up that helped him go to the playoffs. The first time he went. Like his first season, he was losing. What? By that Italian place? Yes. DeGallis got his first 2 wins. So the Method Men storyline is pretty similar. The Method Men storyline is, can you guys move past the dysfunction left behind by the former coach? The Method Men brand and franchise has had a black eye on it because of Campen. So DeGallis is going to have to, rebrand the image. He's got a new logo. The team did go to the finals last season, but again, how do you replace Spammy and DJ in that lineup? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? You talk about 2 of the best 2K players in the world, right? The storyline is also, how's Guard Don going to look? Does he have the sophomore jinx, right? How many players in real life, like in the NBA or in any sport, baseball especially, has a lot of the sophomore jinx? Like, you look really good as a rookie, your second season in the league, you don't look as good. Right? So how is Gardon's sophomore season in SIBA going to look in the pros? Right? Is he going to be able to duplicate and pick up off the momentum that he had built for himself in the finals and in the playoffs? We'll see. I mean, listen, having Spammy and DJ on your team makes your job a lot easier, right? Josmic was a great player. Honestly, I don't know how DeGallis didn't go and just pick up Josmic again. Like, my thing is you want to keep those players together as much as possible. Like, yeah, you lost Spammy and DJ, but Josmic definitely showed that he belongs in this league as a starting center. 100%. How you don't go and just redraft that dude late. And where did he go? I think he went like the 5th round, too. He went late, right? When did Josmic go? Where did he end up going? I don't see him. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Josmic. I gotta find him. I don't see him anywhere, but I know he got picked, right? He had to have gotten drafted. Oh, Iron Man, 168. Now, Method Men kept Gardon with the 4th. Who they get in the 3rd round? They got Ghetto Otaku to play center. I like Ghetto Otaku. I think he's going to be a really good center and SEBA for a long time. I do. I'm a big fan of his game. Me personally, though, for Method Men, I want to get back as much as I had from that championship run. I want to put Josmic back with Gardon, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put those guys together because when they made their run, they were doing it together. Like, they started building chemistry. Now he's got to learn all over again with the new center. I was just not a big fan of that move, honestly. When they didn't take him in the 3rd round, maybe he felt that he'd be available in the 5th. I'm glad he ended up getting drafted because Josmic absolutely deserved it. But I feel like, bro, that's the type of guy, like, you want to keep your team together. You know? You want to keep them together as much as possible. So, I like Ghetto Otaku. I just think, listen, look, the difference between Ghetto Otaku and Josmic has proven that he can be part of a team that can go to a championship. They were 1 win away from being the biggest underdog story in history, being a 12 seed to win it all. They were 1 win away. They'll have win 1 more game, and they'll drop 3 straight. And Josmic was a part of that. He was 1 win away from being a champion. I think that he earned the right he couldn't be kept because he was signed, right? And I told you guys this. What did I tell you guys? I said, yo, he's never going to be in a draft again where he don't get his name called, right? You shine in the playoffs like that, bro, you're going to get your name called on draft day.
Getting a lot of questions about this. So people want to know what's going to happen to the teams that didn't play last night.
Oh, they better be playing tonight. You saw what happened to ESP Pop. I mean, ESP Pop had a short leash because he was a rookie head coach. So, I mean, I was looking at it last season like, bro, you know, you're already a rookie head coach. You're already pulling this shit, bro. Nah, you don't belong. You don't understand what it takes. But, like, what are the teams that didn't play last night? You know, what are the teams that didn't play? I didn't do the standings yet. So I'm not sure. I know 36 Chambers didn't play last night, but they got games scheduled for tonight. So I'm not worried about them.
Iron Man didn't play last night.
Who?
Iron Man.
Iron Man didn't play last night. I'm pretty sure they'll play tonight. I saw. Let's take. You know what? Forget about that. Let's go into the college chat and see what's brewing for tonight. So Johnny Blaze and 36 Chambers. 36 Chambers will be on the court tonight. We saw Hunami's got 4 games scheduled. Right? Anybody else locking times? Let's see.
Wu Chronicles are playing tonight. They didn't play last night, but we playing them back to back tonight.
Okay. Bells of War and Winter Wars tonight. Winter Wars playing 2 more games. Iron Flag will play tonight. We expect to see the Rushing Elephants got to be on the court tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got to see. We got to see them on the court, bro.
3 games tonight.
Who?
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze got 3 games tonight. All right.
36 Chambers, and then they're back to back with Pro Tools.
So those teams that didn't play on opening night, they better play tonight. And it's next man up. I'm saying it right now in the chat. Iron Flag got a couple of games. Perks got 3 games locked. So I'm not really worried about those guys. So they'll be playing. They're good to go. Method Men versus Liquid Swords tonight at 9:30. 7 games played in 2 days. Hey, listen, that's how you keep yourself out of bro. That's what it's all about, man. Playing these, getting the games done, bro. Listen, last season, I'll tell you where my head is at as the commish. All right? I'll tell you where my head is at as the commish. Last season, we went over the 3-week mark for the first time since, bro, I can't even remember. Every season in 2K23, and damn near every season in 2K22, we finished before the 3-week mark, the 21 days. Last season, right? We finished in like 25 days. It was 40 teams and 2 extra games on the schedule, so I wasn't all that upset about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to be understanding. But I feel like now that we got that out of the way, we should be finishing in the 21-day mark. The standard is going to be the same. Shout out to Mikey 2K for going 2-0 last night. Cash Rules looking good. That's going to be they're in a weak division, but that division is going to be competitive because it's weak. You know what I'm saying? I don't see I don't see a clear-cut team coming out of there. Like I like 36 Chambers and Cash Rules roster. Bring the Pains roster is not that bad. Brooklyn Zoo, I don't know what Coach B was thinking on draft day, and Golden Arms, I don't really, see them making the playoffs again. But it's going to be close. Like I don't think any team is going to be completely out of it after the first 10 days of the season. I don't see any team that's going to be completely out of it. Cash Rules did themselves a big favor though by going 2-0. I see like last season, a top team was Cash Rules at 10-8. I see 10 wins for the division winner again. I don't see that team. I don't see a beast coming out. Do I think Iron Flag can make the playoffs after a 3-15 team last season? Yeah, I think it's possible. The only problem is the division that you're in is dominated by Kish, and let me tell you something, bro. Nobody in that. Look, I'll tell you what, bro. That division might be the fucking. That is going to be. Protect your neck already won it. Just give them the division already. Look who's in that division. You got Older Gods are the second best team in that division by far. And I don't think they're close to Protect Your Neck. I do not trust Buck's coaching ability to keep that shit together and to make the right moves. I give it 9 days before he's in my DMs with some mastermind trade that he thinks he's going to pull off, right? You got Ferry Boat Killers, which look awful. That team has lost no direction, right? They might be the worst team in the league this season. And then you got Old Dirty Bastards, which Mita Dunk and a bunch of G Leaguers, right? Like Mita Dunk is out there by himself drowning. And then you got Iron Flag, bro. And I think Iron Flag is probably the 3rd best team in that division. But it's Protect Your Neck up here. Then there's Older Gods like down here, and then everybody else is just scrapping in that division. That's it's not even going to be competitive. There's no coach in that division that has the brain power to knock Protect Your Neck off the top of that division. Like you'll see Protect Your Neck losing the playoffs because there's other teams better than them in the rest of the league, right? I mean, they're always one of the top seeds, but they're not as good as Poisonous Darts, right? They weren't as good as Rushing Elephants were last season. They're better than every team. They're better than every team in the Woodrow division. Black Diamond's looking fantastic, right? Shadowbox is looking good. So they're like the 3rd or 4th best team in the conference. But in the Annandale division, they are absolutely dominant. Nobody in that division is going to knock them off. And I don't see Protect Your Neck I don't see Kish being knocked off that division for a long time because I don't see a coach in that division that has what it takes to build a team that can knock them off. There's no other really good coaches in that division. I mean, am I talking out my ass or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see I don't see the coach that can knock. I don't see a coach there that I like. Stitch as a coach. He's proven in high school and college that he can build a winning team. But in the pros, he was 3-15 last season. If you want to use the whole defense that, I had an expansion team, hey, so did Killer J. And so did fucking Clutch. And so did Official. Right? So, you guys lost. You guys won 3 games.
They're going to give Protection Neck a run for their money. That Iron Flag team
I don't see it.
Going to be good this season.
I don't see it,
this
bro.
Season.
I just don't see. Listen, I just don't see anybody in that division that's going to come close to Protect Your Neck. I think Protect Your Neck's going to end up winning 12 games. They're going to beat the shit out of all the teams in the division. They'll probably go like 6-2 in that division and get 6 more wins elsewhere, right? And they'll probably end up being 12-6, right? And win that division. And if Iron Flag's lucky, they're 8-10 or 9-9, and then everybody else is going to be under 500. To be honest, I don't. I like Older Gods' roster. I think that they have a great roster. I just don't trust their coach to keep it together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Older Gods have had really good and dynamic rosters before, and he managed to piss off fucking Spammy and Juice. He managed to piss off DJ. He's going to piss off KJ Splash. And he's just going to ruin it all because that's what Buck does. You know what I'm saying? And Buck's going to be happy with being 8-10 or 7-11, running his mouth in game chat about the one time he made the playoffs and shit. Like, I just don't see. He's got to figure it out, and he hasn't figured it out yet. He's going to squander.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, he's going to squander a good roster. Devo Sold is completely clueless as a coach, right? I mean, he had league players to bail him out last season, and they got embarrassed in the conference finals, and he absolutely fucking completely botched the whole meter dunk thing. And then you got fucking Voltage, bro. You got Voltage, bro. Who Voltage just looks like he's in way over his head. He just looks like he's in way over his head, bro. That's unfortunately that's the sad truth.
Can y'all hear me?
Yo, what's going on?
I think that yes, maybe Protect Your Neck is going to be on top of our division for this season. I think by a mile, right? I think the difference between Iron Flag and Older Gods is maybe a little bit smaller than you may be making it out to be, just because at the end of the day, it's going to hit like 10 games played for them, 11 games played for them, and someone's not going to want to load up for Buck anymore. It's just going to fuck up his season completely, because he does not know how to keep a good locker room in there, and he's damn near the cancer in that locker room.
I agree with that.
And I think that after this season, right, and the seasons going forward, I think that Iron Flag as a team will really start to cement themselves and what they want their vision to be, or what we want our vision to be. I guess if I'm still here, I would love that. But if not, what they want their vision to be, what Stitch wants his vision to be as a coach, and I think you'll really see them grow as a real like rival to Protect Your Neck.
Well, listen, I agree. Right I do agree with you on one thing. I do agree with you. Iron Flag does have the best potential to give them a run. And coach is right. Meter is a 4th round keeper, so he is always going to pair a player that's on the cusp of being an MVP candidate every season with Kish, who's a 1st round caliber lock. So like Kish has a huge advantage. So it's going to take a real mastermind and someone who's going to knock it out the park in the draft. Secretly Sensei is now following us. Appreciate the follow, bro. It's going to take somebody that has grit, has intelligent, that knows how to hold it down, right, to do it. And I think out of all the coaches, I think out of Devo, Believe Buck, Voltage, and Stitch, I think Stitch is the best coach out of all. I think Stitch has the most. He's the most complete like coach all around out of all of them. I agree. I think he has the most potential. So yeah, at some point, I think Iron Flag will be ready to challenge them, right? Before this 2K ends, right? Before this 2K ends, you're gonna see Iron Flag and Protect Your Neck battling it out for the top. For the top of that division.
Much agree. And I think that's also a product of Stitch has a real eye for like he watches the streams, right? Like he doesn't just scout people based on where they're ranked or.
Oh, they
based
listen,
on
bro.
whatever little
Voltage
name
watches
they
the
say
stream.
at the recruit.
Listen, Voltage watches the stream. He does his due diligence. He scouts, right? You know, Devo Sold plays a lot. Believe Buck is on top. These guys, none of these coaches are ignoring scout. Like none of these coaches. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now too. Buck knows how to scout. Like Buck's problem isn't drafting the right players. Buck's problem is inevitably at some point he alienates guys and something goes wrong. Like his personality just is too aggressive, doesn't mix. He's an older, you know what I'm saying? He's an older dude. He's not from the pro-am community. Yeah. So at some point, like it just goes to shit at some point. But I've never, bro, besides his first season as a coach, I mean, the kid had DJ on his team. He's got Spammy and like he's always had good players on the team. It just never works. Remember the season he had Laker on the team like he's always had good players. He knows who to draft. He knows who the good players are. It's just him as a coach. He's got to, you know, he's kind of almost like him and Camping were pretty much the same type of coach. Camping adjusted his personality and his approach, and Buck is too stubborn to do the same. So until Buck learns how to change his approach, he's gonna. Now we'll see what happens. Like, you know, they may end up being really good and change the narrative. Listen, that's what I think right now. That's the narrative behind Buck's teams. But narratives change. You know that, right? You want the narrative to change for Iron Flag? Like, you know, narratives change, and the narrative may change. We might be talking about older gods and Believe Buck, like, yo, this is the team that's going to do it. You know, Bucks finally figured it out. The team's clicking on all cylinders. You picked the perfect team for the rest of 2K24. I think they might end up jumping you guys as the team to knock off Protect Your Neck. We don't know. I'm saying just right now after opening night, and what we've seen historically, right now I think you guys do have the best chance. But that can all change, bro. It really can.
Yeah, and what I was saying too I wasn't necessarily meaning that they don't watch them. I'm saying that if they see someone that's good but that no one knows, they don't have the balls to go take them earlier on in the draft than other people would. Like you saw Cash Lock drop. Cash Lock is a good ass lock. And no one wanted to take him because he has no name. No one knows who he is. He was just up on the rankings.
Well, I mean, he was high on the rank. If you followed college, you knew who he was.
But that's what I'm saying. If they're watching the streams and, you know, they're looking at all these good players, why are you not willing to take the chance on someone like that? You know what I mean?
Well, listen, you had look.
That's what separates.
Look, you take a look at the draft order, right? And you see a lot of these rookies that went early. They got reputations outside. Like Fitz got reputations outside of SEBA. He was recommended by Competitive. If there was no college, Fitz would have gone there anyway. If there was no college in SEBA, he would have been there based on it. So did Bump. You know what I'm saying? Hezzy Kane, right? Ankles going to Johnny Blaze. All Hail Hedge. Terracins. Like these guys have post-draft salary. Like these guys got in because of who they were before they hit SEBA. You know, make no mistake about it, right? It's only when you look at the only Seths, right? Look at Marquise picked up at 36 Chambers. You're looking at looking at a Just Bliss, right? V Trilly. These guys you did your homework on, right? Midi Fade performed well.
Yes, sir.
Dunga is another player you did your homework on, you know, and all the gods took a chance on him in round 3. So you're saying he doesn't have the balls to take somebody? He took Dunga in the third round, 83 overall. Tyra Key, like these guys, you know, real back end mixtape, taking my ferry boat. Like those guys are not getting drafted based off anything they did outside of SEBA. They're getting drafted based on what they've done here, and how active they are. You know, and yeah, Coach is right. Veterans are going to be trusted more than anything because they have a track record here of playing here, performing here. They know the system. They know the coaches. They got the chemistry. So, you know, they're always going to have those advantages over rookies, unless a rookie's coming into SEBA and has a big reputation outside of it, right? Like if the 2K Twins played here or Chalk played here. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck they do in high school. They could have shitty-ass fucking stats all throughout their college and high school. As long as they play enough games to qualify for the pros, you're drafting Chalk, you're drafting a Joe. Like, you're drafting these guys, right? They don't have to do anything. in high school and college except play the prerequisite amount of games. Everybody's going to draft them early. It's the guys that have to come in here without that name, right? They got to come in here without being known, like exceptionals, right? They got to come in here and start from scratch, and they got to play in the playground. And people are like, oh, shit, this kid's pretty good in the playground. Yo, nobody knows him. Then he gets to high school, and he's playing in high school, and all of a sudden, you know, some college coaches are like, oh, shit, this kid is good, right? And then all of a sudden they get to college. Now the pros are looking, yo, who the fuck is this dude? By that time, a lot of the Discord knows him from what he did in the playground and in high school. And by the time they get to the pro draft, if you've done your homework, you realize, like, yo, I didn't know who the fuck this kid was before they got to SEBA, but he's here now and he's balling at every level. I'm taking him. That's the beauty of this league. That's the whole goal. That's the vision that I had when I made this league. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we wanted.
Very true.
Hey, Swank, I'm gonna give you another example. So, pro coaches, if they had their eye on somebody, I'm gonna throw a name out there. So, Luka Go Crazy was a rookie last season.
Mm-hmm.
I met Luka before he got into SEBA. We were running rec. I forget who I was playing with, and we found him up for looking for group posts. We got him at SEBA, and he rose through the rankings, and he got to the pro level. Me personally, I was going to draft Luka. No, I was going to draft him in the 5th round, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew nobody was talking to him. Like I had talked to him myself, and he was like, only one other coach was talking to him, but he wasn't like nobody really was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna draft you." So I said, "Cool, I'm gonna get you in the 5th round." A lot of coaches with players that come up through the ranks, they'll be like, "All right, well, I'm gonna get you late," and if nobody is even looking at that player, most of the time they're just gonna be like, "All right, well, I'll get you in free agency." Some coaches will take the chance. All right, I'll draft you in the 4th, 5th round, and then we'll run it from there. Most of them will be like, I'll get you in free agency because I know no other coaches are looking at you. So you also look at that standpoint. Like, there are coaches that will take a chance on players, but you also want to make sure that player is worth it. So, all right, well, I'm going to go get that player in free agency and risk somebody else drafting that player and that player not being good. And if that player is good, cool. At least I know I scouted correctly and I have an eye for talent. Now I can go do it again with somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, and if that player is bad, it's like, cool, all right, I dodged the bullet. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you also gotta weigh both sides of the coin.
That's what we did with Wick with WIYQ. The same thing. We were talking.
Like I had my eye on him too, but I wasn't gonna draft. I mean, I didn't have picks this season to draft him anyway, but I was gonna sign him in free agency, but then he chose somebody else, and I was like, cool, like. At least that way, like, I know for a fact, like, all right, I know I can scout. I know I see talent. I know how to do it again.
This dude Pelsavai left the league.
Me and you were looking at the same thing.
Like, if this person pans out, then cool, like, I could draft that person next season because they were a free agent. I don't have to, like, I'm good. I can plan around that. So, at that point, I may reach for that player. I may not. I may let somebody else get them and then see if I can, work a trade for that player. But at the end of the day, like you trust your ability to scout, and you're like, bro, if I miss, I miss. If I hit, I hit. If somebody else takes that opportunity, then cool. Like sometimes you just gotta chalk it up and be like, bro, I'll let somebody else risk it. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's a lot to juggle. So a lot of coaches would rather go with the guaranteed prospect and veterans and with I know for a fact this is what I'm gonna get from this player, rather than getting a player high and they don't know what they're gonna get. Like I will those guys outside of SEBA with a name, I'm not doing it. Not 1st round, no, because they just coming into SEBA. Like you don't know. Like that could be the player that gets kicked in the first. You know what I mean?
That's what we were saying the entire draft about Midi Fade and who. That's what me and Stitch were talking about. Because there's no way. I don't see it, bro. I don't see them making it through the whole season. I can't imagine it.
And at that point, you gotta let somebody else take the chance on those guys.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna risk your 1st round pick.
Fuck that. Midi Fade was there for us. Hezzy Kane. No. Hezzy Kane loads up everything for me. Everything. The consummate professional. Midi Fade? good luck, brother. Everyone was saying the same exact thing.
Well,
if everyone's
he's
saying the same
playing.
exact thing, it might not be a bad.
He's
I mean,
playing.
he's playing for Z Dollar.
He's
right
playing,
now,
bro.
so.
We put up with, bro. We had 56 points last night, and they scored 101. That we beat the shit out of Supreme Client. Supreme Clientele beats the fuck out of us every season. Now that Sorrento's not there anymore, thank God, that shit has opened up. Now we beat the fuck out of Outlets Supreme Clientele. But like, bro, we beat the fuck out of Midi Fade at 56, Guest Passes at 24. Midi Fade is looking right now every bit as good as he did in high school and college. Like, he's looking like the Midi Fade.
Ain't going nowhere,
Huh?
It ain't going anywhere now that he's still a B.
Bro, let me tell you, listen, the best thing that could have happened to him was him getting kicked out of this Discord. Because the conversation me and him had, like, he's still Midi Fade, don't get me wrong. Like, he's still Midi Fade, he's still a dick, right? He still pops his shit and everything like that. But, like, as far as how he approaches SIBA and takes this league, he takes it serious now. You know what I'm saying? And now he's wearing a Killer Bees uniform, and he understands the pressure that comes with rocking that uniform because that's the owner of the league's fucking flagship team, right? He's playing for Z Dollar, a coach that commands respect, right? Been here for a long time. You know what I mean? He's playing every bit as good. That's a dangerous fucking team. Guest Passes was kept with a second-round pick, right? He was a second-round pick, right? So, and he's playing fucking fantastic. I love this Bees team. They lost the game last night, but they got Midi Fade in the first. Midi Fade and Guest Passes are 1 and 2 keepers for a very long time. And bro, I can't believe how Midi Fade dropped, bro. Brooklyn Zoo took Volonsky, the pick before him. What the fuck? Bro, that shit is nuts. R.I.P. Gucci's a good player. He got picked before Midi. Laker got picked up before Midi Fade. Like, wow,
okay,
bro.
Well, in Bates' defense, he picked V-Lone because V-Lone has shown that he doesn't have ego and he's here to play.
That's well and good, but bro, when you have this talent on the fucking draft board like that, bro, like that's, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but you also look at the teams he's had previously where he's had a bunch of talent and they just didn't show up. So he went with guys that he knew would just load up, and that's what he would.
Well, you know what it was? He had talent, but those talent wasn't SIBA first guys. I'm considering Midi Fade a SIBA first guy. After the conversation we had, after him being let back into the Discord, the fact that, look, you want to see what a SIBA first guy looks like? I'm gonna show you right now.
Yo, you can't change that narrative, bro.
He's ranked 29. He's only been here for how long? He's a SIBA bro. He's heavy in the Discord, bro. Every day you're going to see this kid typing in the Discord being active here. Every time I look at Twitter, right, and I check my notifications, he's talking about SIBA. He's responding to SIBA shit, right? Every time we fucking stream on Twitter doing the spaces, he's in it, listening. He's subscribed to the channel. He bought the whole fucking, like, I want to hoop shit. Like, he's a SIBA first guy now. I don't know if he was before, but he's turned into one. So the problem that you have with fucking, you know, and look, he hasn't been here long, right? He's Coach C4 Coach has been here way longer than him, and Coach is ranked 28, and this dude is ranked 29. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nuts. Mikey 2K's ranked 23. Look how long Mikey 2K's been here.
What about me, Peach? Where am I ranked?
I don't know. You got to do it yourself. But this kid, Midi Fade, is a SIBA guy. The problem that Bait the Slip has had is he thinks he's cool and thinks he's known outside of SIBA. So he's going to go and draft these players that he's heard of outside of SIBA, and they don't respect him. So, yeah, he's got a lot of talent, but they're not SIBA guys, right? And it never works out. It hasn't worked out for him for 3 straight seasons now. So you could go get talent. You got to get a SIBA guy. You know what I'm saying? You got to get talented players who are here, balling, gung ho. They're excited, bro. They love this league. They play. Maybe some of them play elsewhere, but this is like their priority place to play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get guys like that. You can't just fucking get anybody. You know, you can't just get a fucking.
He has those guys. He got okay. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. On Baker Slip's team, online superstar. This is his third season. His first season, he led the league in steals and was the best rookie lock that
Who?
we had.
Who?
Online superstar. When he was
superstar.
with Ferry Boat Killers, he led the league in steals that season. 2 seasons ago.
He was a dog back then.
Yes. He was a great lockdown, and he was just passed around. He's paired with one of his BYOT guys in Trevilone, and Trevilone has been on my team since he got into the pros, and he's been a consummate professional and has been one of the best shooters.
Wait, before you keep going, where's Outlet? Outlet, you better come off that fucking $20 that Shooting Fade sent you to change the gamer tag. Because Shooting Fade just messaged me saying I sent it to Outlet. It's handled. That shit belongs in the fucking in the pot for everybody. We're not gonna have another fucking mad voltage
Outlet sent me
situation.
the screenshot
Yeah, but where did it go?
to the Cash App.
It went to the Cash App for all you guys because he said he sent it to Outlet.
He said Outlet sent me the screenshot of it being. I told him Sports Ball LLC was the Cash App. He sent me a screenshot. I'll send you the same thing.
All right, because he said I sent it to Outlet. That's what he said, like as if he sent it to Outlet's tag. So all right, cool. Because listen, bro, I don't know how much you guys heard earlier when I was describing Seba to that European player, but like I was like, yo, this is the way these guys get paid for their effort when they're doing stats. You know what I'm saying? So. Okay, cool. All right, Sen. All right. No problem. Because he said it, because like, I'm reading the thing. He's like, I sent it to Outlet. He got it handled.
I talked to Outlet this morning, and then he sent me the screenshot of that payment, so I figured it out.
All right, cool. No problem.
But yeah, like, and then he got West Ave. West Ave was part of the Protection Neck run a couple seasons ago. Like when Protection Neck went to the final, I think West Ave won with Protection Neck.
He did.
Like, yeah, like he has 3 guys right there that is his core who are SEMA first guys and will play the game and are very talented players. Like,
yeah, I don't get what his problem. Like, I don't understand why he's not winning as much as he should be. Bro.
I mean, he's always Bait the Slip has won here a lot, bro. He's been to the finals as a coach.
Game last night, and I think they lost.
2-1.
Rated Scarfaces by 3. One game last night. Early. I might be biased because I know the guys that are on the
2-3 is now following. Let's go.
I might be biased, but I think he has a decent team.
I think he always has a decent team, bro. I think I look at his roster and say that every season.
This season, I think he has a decent team who actually will respect what he says and will load up for him. He has guys that play together with chemistry that are very talented. So you put those 2 things together, and I think that team just needs a couple games to figure out how they fit together, and they'll be fine. I think that team will win their division. They're gonna beat Cash Rules, bro. Like I think they're gonna beat them.
He said 2-3 said can't never get a game in chat. What chat are you trying to get a game in? Because that's gonna be best. Where's we need who's the groundskeeper? As a matter of fact, do we actually have a groundskeeper?
I am. Swank is.
So that's up your alley, bro. If someone's in the Twitch chat telling me can't never get a game in chat, that's up your alley, bro. You got to make sure that.
I mean, I talked to 2-3 already. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you already messaged me.
Well,
I already told him how the Discord works and everything.
All right, so let's talk about that for a moment. Like, what could we do? Because I do get. Listen, I'm not saying anything's your fault. It's very, very difficult to make that. Listen, the playground is very, very active, bro, and it's tough to get in. But like right now, I'm seeing so many squads playing. Like, you could put your name on a list, and it can get bumped down unintentionally, inadvertently, whatever. Like, what kind of changes do we need? Because I'll tell you honestly right now, bro. I look at my welcome wagon and I get pissed off when I see Swipe, Sexy Brown Boy. Can't believe I said that. Bengal Payne, Just Smile TV. Like a lot, I can't stand when I take a look at my welcome wagon and I see people leaving because I know why they're leaving, bro. They're leaving because it's overwhelming for them. They can't get a game. They're like, yo, this SIVA shit ain't like it was advertised. You have to be sucking dick or whatever to get in a game or some shit like that. And I don't want people to feel that way. So
Feach.
I think part of it. So for me, from the outside looking in, like I was in the playgrounds during the off season, and a lot of the guys that are down there are only playing with people that they know. And I mean, you see the admins, you see the coaches saying, "Bro, we got to get other people run." Like they're trying their best to do it, but a lot of the players down there are only looking to play with people that they know. And when you're at a level like that, there's no repercussions up for players of them saying that. So it's not like they can't do anything about it because there's no consequences for those type of behaviors. Like, yeah, the admins can say, bro, you got to put somebody else on the list. You got to run with this person. All they going to do is just be like, all right, well, I'll just wait. I don't want to play. I will get something. I'll go do this. I will do that. Like they duck players that they don't know just so they can play with the people they do know. And it's like there's no. For the pros, you get fined, you get taken off the draft board, stuff like that. But down there in high school, like there's nothing those admins can do to help police.
you know what those admins can do? They can run some games.
That's what I do.
They can run some games because for years, I ran combine games for years. I'm talking to years, not months, not a couple of seasons. I ran combine games for years with I used to get. I'm talking about the day you guys weren't here for hair. I'm talking about the Hair Dads days. I'm talking about fucking, seasons 8, 9, 10, 12. I used to go into combines and get my head beat in by 50. Every fucking game because as the commissioner, right, when you had players with like a 74 overall, 69 overall, or even if they had a better overall, right? Nobody wanted to play with them because they weren't good. Zeke, I was teaming up with a lot. Like, when they were being avoided, they had to get their combine games in. And me as the league owner, I was like, listen, this is before I had any help, right? Before I had an admin team. I must have had maybe like Hair Dad, Sorrento, and Illis as like my commissioners, right? So it was like basically just me and a couple of other guys. Like, before I had a whole team at all these levels, my mentality was, bro, if nobody's doing it, I got to do it. So I would go, yo, give me the scrubs. I get in the tens lobby. We'd meet by the statue or whatever. Or we'd meet wherever we meet and shit like that. And I would take the players that nobody wanted to play with, and I'd get beat up by 50. And I'd get laughed at and feet sucks and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, listen, I did what I had to do. Like, I didn't care if I was getting blown. I got cared if I was getting blown out, but, like, I wasn't trying to lose. But, like, I knew I had to take it upon myself because these guys got to get their games in. And if they don't, they're going to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're going to have a bad experience. And it was up to me. So if these guys are not getting, if they're not running with if nobody's playing with them, guess what? As admins, bro, that's your job, bro. Like, that's what you have to do. Like, you have to play with these guys. Like, you got to take the 2 threes.
So
Yeah, I mean, I did that before the season started, before the draft happened. I was doing that every other day. I try to play 1 or 2 with them, especially like with the guys that DM me. I schedule a lot of games to play with them too, but since the season started, I haven't. And I honestly, I think the other problem might
But listen, like if I see, I'm looking at like when I'm looking at the squads and I see Dexter, Pilo, Jumper, Quick Stop in the same squad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I see admins, like I see fucking Voltage playing with pros, mixing it up, playing in the thing. Like as admins, bro, if you're gonna be playing in the SIBA Discord. Right? If you're like, yo, I want to play some tens. Who wants to play? And you guys are teaming up together, or you're picking up Midi Fade or fucking Z Dollar or fucking anybody. Like, that's the problem. As admins, it's not a fun time for you to go play tens and be like, you're an admin, bro. You have to look at it the way I looked at it. It was like a job, bro. Like I didn't want to go and get blown out playing with people I didn't know, but I knew that if the league was going to be anything, this is something I had to do. Like, I had to do it. Like, it was my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and it sucks. You know what I'm saying?
even with us doing that, so I'm gonna give you a prime example. So during the off season, me and Volt, we were down in the high school and we were playing games, and we found a PG in a lockdown who we thought had potential. So after we had finished running with them, we played maybe like 5 or 6 games with them, and after we finished playing, me and Volt went into that playground chat and literally spammed it like to all high school recruiters. Pick these 2 guys up. Pick these 2 guys up. And only the PG got picked up. And then the lock got forced up to college because they had to find a spot. He wasn't even supposed to be in college, but they didn't have any spots. They had to replace some people, so the lock got forced up. Now the lock is in the pros, and I mean he's getting a shot. But what happens to those guys that don't get the opportunity, even with the admins advocating? Like, we spam that high school chat for the high school recruiters to look at these 2 guys, and the lock just sat there, and now he's in the pros on a pro team. You gotta account for that too. Like, a lot of the high school recruiters, yeah, I'm a vouch for this guy. Yeah, even if we on a screenshot and we getting blown out, are you actually gonna give these guys a chance? Like,
I do.
You said it yourself with Zeke. You play with Zeke all the time to get him games in, and Zeke's still in the league now and can't get a shot. He's talking about retiring. So it's like you giving these guys shots, you're giving these guys opportunities, you're promoting these guys, you're giving them, the light of day. But at the end of the day, like, our coach is gonna take that chance on these guys. And then if they don't, that ruins the experience for a lot of these players as well.
Well, you can't listen. You can't leave it up. Listen, you can't leave it up to the coaches because it's not the coach's job. It's the admins. It's not a coach's job to go down there and get raw prospects runs. Coaches are going down there. They're just playing to play. You know what I'm saying? It's an admin's job. That's what makes you an admin.
No. What we're saying is...
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Me and Volt went down there as admins to help these guys get games in, and we advocated for these guys, and they still didn't get picked up. And we were spamming the coaches' chat.
Do you play tens at all?
No, I do not.
I do.
All right. So Swanky, when you play tens, right, as an admin, when you play tens from now on, you go to the playground, and you put your name down on a list like anybody else, as if you weren't anybody, as if you were just a raw prospect, and then you just play with whoever's there. You know what I'm saying? That's where you go. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. You know what I mean? That's how you get it done. And if you need more admins, if you need more groundskeepers in the playground to maintain some sort of order or authority or whatever, then let's find some. You know, let's find some guys that want to help and get involved and volunteer. You know, and then when you find them, you tell them listen, the groundskeeper's job is to play tens with these guys and get these guys games in. You know, I mean, I was doing it for a while. I haven't played this game in months. My wife even asked me, like, yo, when I had my kid's birthday party, I had my friends over. Like, my brother used to play in this league, so I talk about the league with him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, how crazy it is to fucking, like, if you go and take a look at the record books for players, you're going to see his name as he was a head coach. He's got 16 coaching wins. I mean, he ran some of the worst teams in the league. You see, where is he? Oh, he's got 17 coaching wins. Where is he? 16 to 17. He's got 17. David Roldan, 47, right there with Fat Boy Buck and Lane Reeds. Like, my brother used to coach for the Woodrow Villains. That was his team, right? For the first 3.5 seasons of this league until his wife said he can't have an Xbox anymore, and he left. Well, like, I talked to him about it and everything like that, and we discussed what goes on and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, yo, you don't even play. I was like, nah, I haven't touched the game. They're surprised when I tell them I haven't touched 2K in fucking like 3 months. They're shocked, bro. I haven't touched the game in this new year. Last time I touched the game was probably November. You know, I don't even have to anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to run. But, like, if it comes down to it, if the playground is really in shambles like that, yeah, I'm going to dust off the controller, go in there with my fucking build and play and just get these guys some runs in, you know, win or lose. I've done it before. I don't have any problem doing that at all. You know, just the winter, my schedule is fucking rough as hell. You know, it's just rough. But if Hebrew wants to get involved in getting players runs, yeah, you can do that, man. Like, it's a good.
I think the other problem is right now. I genuinely don't know who the other groundskeepers are. I have no idea who they are.
I don't even think there's any other ones.
Like I don't know who. If there are any, I don't know who they are. They don't text in there. They don't do anything.
I know DeGallis is what. DeGallis is definitely one of them. I don't know who else.
All right, you got Rare Snarf, DeGallis, Lou from A&D.
The Gallus is the Gallus put me in the position to be a groundskeeper.
So if these guys aren't doing anything, let's take their role away. They're no longer a groundskeeper anymore.
No. He doesn't. He put me in there specifically because he said he had his daughter born and he just doesn't have the opportunity to go down there anymore. I understand him, but I don't know the reason for any of these other guys. I don't know if there is a reason, but they're not chat. They don't do anything in there. Like it's just my copy and paste message in there that I send in there so people know, hey, I'm here. Text me if you need something. The only person I can mention in there is the Galaxy. He's the only one I know.
Oh, well, then these guys don't belong in there. They're probably just groundskeepers because it's a way to get to play in there for free when they want instead of purchasing the God tier. So let's just get them out of there. And if they want, listen, if you want to fucking, listen, some guys want to be groundskeepers so they don't have to pay for the I want to hoop thing. If you're not doing your job, like, listen, when you're a groundskeeper, you have to play. It's not like you play when you want. It's part of your job to play tens in the playground as a groundskeeper. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a groundskeeper if you don't want to play tens.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to do it. I want to move up as an admin and stuff eventually, but I don't know. I don't know what these guys are doing. Other than the Gallus, the Gallus texts in there like probably 3-4 times a week, telling people to message him, and I put in my message in there to message him if there's anything that maybe might go above my understanding of the playground and of high school because he's really on top of that stuff. But other than that, I don't see anyone else texting there ever, like ever, besides raw prospects and high school people, and the pros that want to go down there and fucking destroy high school teams.
Well, we just got to listen.
I know we have an announcement tab for the whole league, but is there any way we can make something for the raw prospects and the high school players in just their section of the Discord, like in that high school section or the playground section?
Yeah, just type something in that chat and tag them. That's all.
No, I mean something that they can see, like, you know how like we have a chat that like the rules and regulations, like it's locked, nobody can change it, nobody can type in there, only you change
the announcement. Listen, you want what? Rather than doing that, I'd rather them just pay attention to the announcements channel. So just remind these guys, listen, if I put an announcement, then you go in there and just tag the announcements channel and have them go look. You know what I'm saying? Like, the announcements are for everybody. Like, they, you know, another reason why you got dudes like 2-3 in here, like, you know, complaining about, like, they don't feel like they're part of it all. You know? But they got to understand, like, even Seba family, because he's here, he's balling, right? So the announcement is for everybody. Like, it's our job to make them feel like they're welcome, like, you know, they got a role here. And if you got people not feeling that way, then that's not their fault. That's ours. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing that we got to do. We got to make sure that, you know, these guys feel welcome here, that they are part of the crew. And to be honest, it's just a role in the Discord. That's all it is a role in Discord. Nobody's better than anybody else because you're a raw prospect and he's a fucking veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a role in a fucking Discord server. You know what I mean? Like, let's get these guys' roles changed. Let's get them playing games so they can get to high school. Let's get them in the pros. Let's get them in the stream. You know, I'm averaging 30 viewers here. I'm killing my average. I'm going to shut the stream down in a few minutes because it's killing my average. Like, I'm going to fucking not make partner now because I did 300 and then 100 something and 75, now 31. Like, this shit's killing me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to do it to, like, you know, to reach out to the people and shit like that. But, like, you know, I mean, it sucks that I got to do that on Twitch, and it just kills my average. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not view botting like everybody else. Maybe I should fucking view bot, you know, just to get myself to partner. I'm trying to do it the authentic way, the hard working way, the only way I know how to do shit, you know. But, you know, we got to get these guys involved, man. You got to get this. There's a Discord. You're trying to tell me I'm streaming at 4:52 on Twitch, right? And you're trying to tell me in a Discord, right, with how many people in it? How many people are in this fucking Discord? over 6,000, right? You're trying to tell me a Discord server with this many people in here, and at any time, 1,000 people active. I can't get fucking 75 people to tune in.
True.
I agree.
All right, guys, listen. Give me a second. I got to make a phone call. All right, you guys, give me a second. Let me mute the stream real quick. All right, can y'all hear me? All right, listen, for those of you tuning in on Twitch, the stream is going to end. Y'all want to go to, you want to get involved in the conversation, go to Twitter and just go to Staten Island 2K. I'm going to type it in here. I'm going to type it in the chat right now. We're going to continue this conversation on Twitter, but I got to end the stream. So go right there. I'll leave it up for a little bit. I'll pin the message. Go follow us on Twitter if you don't already. Jump in the Twitter space and hop in.